Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 25th members-only group flight for Alpaca Airways on this 22nd of January 2022, 3 minutes past 4 in the afternoon. In X-Men 11, of course, I only ever take the Zemo Mod 737 on the group flight, and today we are doing our first ever group flight in Brazil, so I should be saying boa tarde, everyone. I hope you're all doing very well. This is going to be an epic group flight. Well, all of them are epic. It's going to be even more so epic. We've got ATC all organised for you on this Crossfire event between Rio and Brasilia. I'm in Group 1 with Rio to Brasilia. That's the sector we're doing. Obviously, the other groups here as well. Jack's come straight in. He wants to say hello. Now, I don't want to let you down, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have the webcam today. Only joking. Here is Yoke Cam. Jack, come on. Oh, right. He's leaving us now. Come on. Up, up, up. Do you want to say hello to everyone on the 25th members only group flight? Hello! He's here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I've made the decision. I said I might not always yoke cam, but I've decided that every time I'm in a Boeing aircraft, I'm always going to use yoke cam. So that's pretty cool. You're going to say hello to everyone on the camera. What's he? Over here, look. No, the wrong way. That's the yoke. Yeah, there you go, look. Yes, there you go. Right, go on now. We need to get everything organised for this group flight. Need to get going. Where's Mummy? Go get Mummy. Awesome. So yeah, back in yoke cam, back in the Zemo Mod 737. First ever yoke cam for the members group flight as well. And I think there's 60 of us booked on today, which is absolutely superb. Who have we got here? Eddie, Hal, Gino, Massive Nerd, Tim Waters, Stephen Malcolm, using the Jack emoji like there's nothing else. Hello Edo, Listerman, Nortski, 2 tons is here. Mason Island, Andy M71. 2 tons, I might be repeating myself here. Greg Scott, Owen Finnegan, Ben Matthews, Massive Nerd, hello Tim. Afternoon peeps, there's a reason I'm here for the jumper reveal. My money's on the hoodie at 2 to 1. See, no hoodie. I'm actually wearing the same sweater I was wearing the other day. It has been through the wash, but it's one of my favourites, so that's the one I'm wearing today. Superb Domino Messina. Unbelievable. How many stripes have you gone for today? Look, no stripes. It's just grey with this is cool. This is top man. I'm funky. I'm funky the way I dress. Anyway, let's see who we've got here in Rio. I'm not going to list each individual person. I'll just point out their call signs as well. This is lovely scenery from AX Scenery, which I spent the entire day yesterday trying to install, and down in Brasilia as well. But we've got some other aircraft there. We've got an Azure. We've got Alpaca 80 Zulu. That is Moen, who is taking over from Boz. I do remember that because it was a last minute request. We've got Alpaca 95 in the Dash 8 there. We've got 55 Lima 428 329. Someone's bravely taking Concorde. I can't remember who that was. I can't even see it. I think it's Alpaca 1 maybe. We've got Alpaca 4 November Charlie 492 X-Ray. I think that's the Challenger 650. Alpaca 125 1 Juliet Papa. Alpaca 20 67 Papa 793 was that? Yeah, 793. 1202 is already pushing back because he's one of the first ones out there. We've got Alpaca 4 Dad 317 46 Whiskey 3 Kilo Alpha. If I remember, there's a couple over there as well. Oh no, it's just one over there. Alpaca 91 Bravo, who's secured that part of the airport for us. 3 Kilo Alpha, I think I've said that. There's Alpaca 34 Delta. There's myself. I'm Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, and we've got 895 1 Hotel Whiskey and Alpaca 5 Mike Whiskey as well. Absolutely superb. Now, that's actually a good point. I think these aircraft might be a bit too small for a 737 because I see an Alpaca 5 Mike Whiskey is actually on the line, but it's very tight wingtip wise. I just went for this one because stand 132, well 32 is my lucky number. I thought I'd go with that one. Anyway, here's our aircraft. I am actually in a non-public version of the Zemo mod. I am in version 351 19H. I've broken my rule of flying a version which hasn't been tested by myself yet. I did test G yesterday, which had an issue with the top and descent displaying on the ND. There's been some issues with Navigraph and how altitude restrictions are displaying, but Zebo's assured me he's fixed it. Otherwise, hopefully you'll have no major problems. I'll be taking an extra 1 hour's worth of fuel, and I've actually got the aircraft in a transit state, so I've got the IRS aligned. I've not loaded the FMC, so it's just sort of imagining we've landed here from Brasilia, ready to do the return sector, just because I want to use Shorty's new checklist again, and that usually takes a bit of extra additional time as well, so we can try and make our slot still, which is at 4:30 in 23 minutes there. Andy says, no idea, nothing has moved yet. Not sure what you're referring to there. Hello Christian, evening everyone, hello to you. Ivar, hello to you as well. Listerman, Concorde is John Padfield, is it? Brave man, unbelievable. Mason Island 428 is me, very cool. Andy, this could take a while. Trying to get a clearance in Brasilia is like pulling teeth. Well, good luck as well. The ATC has been great. I've been liaising with a couple of people, one through their Discord today, and one via Gabriel. They've been very excited for our group flight, and that we've brought it to Brazil. So, but they were very concerned that we might have some delays. I said, don't worry, we're used to delays on group flights. At the end of the day, there's 60 of us taking part. We're all trying to depart within 2 minutes of each other, and plus there might be some other traffic. As long as we've got ATC, we don't mind. I mean, the longest delays I've had on a group flight, I remember the one out of Vienna, I had to wait on the ground for about an hour, 30 minutes before I could get pushback. But hopefully we'll get on our way with minimal delay, or as little delay as possible. Anyway, so transit setup state. So just imagine we've landed here, and I'll imagine that Jim flew the first sector. I'm doing the return sector to Brasilia, so he's doing the walk around. First thing I want to do is grab some weather. So we actually don't have any ATIS. We do have tower online, which is 118.2. I'm going to tune that on standby just so we can keep a monitoring watch on that frequency. It's a good way of actually trying to work out what runway's in use if there's no ATIS. We'll just turn that up slightly. There we are.
Okay, told her to clear the taxi off apron to Lima 3, Kilo, November.
He sounds more American than Brazilian, but we'll take it. We'll just keep that turned down nice and low.
Alpaca 1 Juliet.
Lights test we've already done. Lighting's all done.
1013 is ready for push to start.
We'll get the weather. So we'll just find out what runways are used by listening to tower. So actually, looking at the METAR, as there's no ATIS. Oh yeah, don't forget Nightbot doesn't work on an unlisted stream, guys. So no Nightbot today. Best be on your best behaviour. Aero weather, Rio. Let's have a look here. So it's 130 at 10 knots. It's 31 degrees, very
Alpaca
hot.
1 Juliet, good afternoon.
QNH is
Galeão Intl.
1012.
Your pushback and start is approved. Facing west, advises right to taxi.
And we'll put MFRA here, which is 1040.
Face west, will advise ready to taxi Alpaca 1 and Juliet Papa.
Perfect. Where we go? I just want to find out what runway's in use. That's why I'm listening here. So we are departing from Rio. Portuguese. We're going to Brasilia, Sierra Bravo Romeo.
Addon 2806, aprovado pushback.
Call sign is Alpaca.
Cauda à direita, informe pronto para o táxi.
So typical in most countries, Brazil, Portugal, Spain, English, they typically speak to their compatriots in their home language. And what runway is in use? Runway 10 or 1? Is it 15? So I think, based on that aircraft taxiing ahead of us, runway 15 for departure. We'll plan off 15. We can always change
Alpaca
it.
20, you're clear to taxi via apron 2 taxiways, Lima 3, Kilo, November, Papa to the holding point, runway 10, QNH.
Oh, I was wrong, runway 10.
You are number 3 for departure, advise holding short, runway 10, Alpaca 20.
Excellent, so I'll plan off runway 10 then. That's my mistake. Runway 10. I'm going to go for omnidirectional departure, because the routing that we were told to fly is actually via a waypoint called Ednam, and there's no SIDS that terminate on Ednam on runway 1015, so I'm going to stick with Omni for now, and then we're just going to go straight into our flight plan route, which is, we need to get fuel and everything loaded first as well. Yeah, because I'm out of sequence here. Let's have a look at fuel first. So 6263, let's take an hour's worth, so 7383, be about, let's go 85, that's going to be an hour's worth of fuel. So let's go here, fuel payload 83. Zero fuel weight is going to be 125 passengers. Seabo's changed all the colours on this, pretty funky. 125 passengers. Should be a zero fuel weight of 54 tons.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and start.
Yeah, 53986, that makes sense. So I'll go back into the FMC now. Let's get the routing in. So, omnidirectional departure, I think, eventually going towards Ednam, which is the first flight waypoint we were told to plan our flight plan on. From Ednam up at Mike 409 to Arena. And then the arrival will be We're going to plan on the Eastleys. I'm going to go for 1-1 right, Zulu for now. It could be 1-1 left. I think it'll be the Eastleigh runways in use. And the arrival we're flying is the Lilva 1 Alpha. And Lilva, is for 1-1 right, Cognos for 1-1 left. So we'll go for Luvla for now. We'll activate that, execute. And when you have an omnidirectional for your departure, all it leaves is just like an extended magenta line. What you need to do is just depart and heading select. And then when you get your direct, is just bring the waypoint to the top, 1 left, executes, and then engage LNAV. So that's how it would appear on the FMS. So 0 fuel weight is 54 tons. Our alternate is some military airport. It was the largest airport nearby, Sierra Bravo Alpha November. Reserves were 2.3 tons to get there. Cost index 30. So we're only taking 125 passengers. Flight time's about 1:20, so we can easily make 380. That's because we've not finished fueling. Top of climb wind is 125 and 22. Oh, Brasilia are really struggling, are they? Uh-oh. Top of climb ice, 5 degrees. Just be patient with them, guys. Can be a bit hard work if they're struggling to deal with the traffic as well, but we'll be okay. 22k full. I have no performance data. It's a long runway with that temperature as well. We should be fine, full 22. Takeoff flat 5, CG is set, V-speed 31, 32, 40, 140 on the MCP. And 6 units of trim coming up, so I'll set that using my yoke. There we are, 6 units set. So, FMC is all loaded. Don't know why that needed executing. Verified takeoff speeds, strange. There we are. So we're just waiting for the fueling to be complete on the overhead panel here. So we are going to get fuel in the centre tank, but we don't have any fuel yet, so I'll just leave the main tank pumps on. Crossfeeder we checked on the first sector. AP will start shortly. Seatbelts on. Cabin isn't secure yet, so we'll leave that off. Window heat on. Probe heat's off. Anti-ice off. Leave the doors open for now. Voice recorder on. Actually, it's 31 degrees outside, so I would probably start the APU now. Get some conditioned air into the cabin. That's on steady. Flight directors on. Omnidirectional departure then, so we're just going to set the courses and runway QDM. So here it is, runway 097 for everything. So 097, 097, and 097. There we go. Don't know about the stop altitude yet. I'll leave it at 5,000. Order brake to RTO. Reset the fuel flow. Check the config. All good. Trim set, stab trim cut switches to normal, and I'm sort of simulating a transit set, but just to satisfy Shorty's checklist, I'll just do the fault and fire test quickly. There we are. And there we go. VHF1. Panel lighting will turn up, and we'll get the AP on the bus now. Almost there. Not bad for timing, and we just need to wait a little bit longer. You have to wait 2 minutes before you put the AP bleed on. Just extends the life of the APU, and we get rid of the ground power, which is where are you? Start flight leg and ground services. Disconnect GPU. There we are. Good afternoon, Rory. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Nice to see you here in the members only chat. Hello, Robert S. Good day to you, Lauren. I think Galeão Tower has my request for clearance. OBT in 2 minutes, been waiting a bit. Yeah, I think they're quite busy here, both in Rio and Brasilia as well. So, yeah, just do your best. Oh, look, we've got someone landing. I think that's someone doing the sector back. So they wanted to simulate the sector here, then do the sector back on a later slot, which is pretty cool. List of it, the routing is pretty neat, almost straight lines to both directions. That's what we like to have. And we have some sectors like that in real life, especially now in modern times, where they're using airways less and less. They're just using direct waypoints from FIR boundary to FIR boundary. Oh dear, absolute carnage in Brasilia. Oh thank goodness I'm over here. We've got to land there, to be fair. Excellent. That's because that was Dealey requesting taxi. Oh, okay. ATC's doing their best. That's what's important. Just enjoy it. Don't get frustrated, guys. You know, just take your time. You know, it's just a little group flight, so they'll get you on your way. That's what makes it a bit of fun. Ben Matthews, I'm practicing the GT40 whilst watching. Tomorrow's going to be eventful at Turn 3. I'll be doing some practice later after this stream. I'm on a early standby, but I'll do some practice from about 8 till 9 or something, and then it's very quiet at the moment. I don't think I'll get called, and then I'll go for we'll do the race at 6, which I'm planning on streaming on the gaming channel, which is pretty cool. Right, so let's grab our departure clearance.
Flight deck fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Excellent. So we've only got 400 in the centre, so I won't put the centre tank pumps on. And seatbelt signs on, so I've already put it on at this stage. So let's grab ATC clearance.
Torre Galeão, azul 2806, pronto para táxi.
Yeah, I was advised there'd be departure clearance.
Azul 2806,
There'd be
autorizado
a new girl
via
on it. That's what
VATSIM
the coordinator said, but it looks like it's only Tower at the moment.
Até o ponto de espera da pista 0, QNH 1013, a coisa pronto no ponto de espera azul 2.
That's what's making it a bit more difficult. What's the situation in Brasilia then? Is there only one controller?
Ponto de espera 10, QNH 1013 acusará ponto de espera.
Mason, how many minutes before your off-block time you want to call for clearance? There's no set rule, but about 10 minutes Mason Island works, and just aim to try and push back as close as you can to your off-block time. That's just to add some structure to the group flight. In reality, you know, we don't always meet our departure time if we're delayed or whatever
Alpaca
reason.
1202, winds 160 degrees, 12 knots, runway 10.
Hey J-Dog, hope you're doing well.
Takeoff. Alpaca 1202.
1202, clear for takeoff, runway 10.
So that was my windows.
Great job today.
Out the...
Good afternoon.
So there's 1202 taking off, Alpaca 905 and his dash 8. So many of us, it's crazy. Look at all this, guys. There's one Juliet Papa taxiing out. Yeah, if they had ground and clearance, they would definitely help out there.
Alpaca 901, Bravo, Hill, Galeão Tower, advise you're ready to copy.
Ready to copy, Alpaca 901.
Oh dear. This is Alpaca Central.
Ready to copy, Alpaca 901.
Oh dear, I think this guy's struggling a little bit. Because he asked you ready to copy, and he said, yeah, ready to copy. Now he's not reading it. Oh dear. Don't know, we're sitting away from me, connecting soon. We might all be waiting.
Hello, good afternoon. Alpaca 67 Papa, stand 31, request clearance to Brasilia.
Oh dear. I think we could be having problems here as well. John, finally taxing. You in Concord as well?
Big break. Alpaca 91, Bravo, clear I-5, Rio de Janeiro, Brasília. Pushback Airport, flight level 380, depart runway 10. Via Everard 1 Alpha, and start transition, then as filed. Hill approach 119 decimal 35, squawk code 2120, please back.
Clear to destination via Airward 1 Alpha departure, runway 10,
got to sit there.
squawk 2120.
Something 1 Alpha departure.
Frequency is 11935. Alpaca 901.
Read back is correct. Advisor ready to push back and start.
Everard 1 Alpha, I heard.
Circle Alpaca 901.
Alpaca 41 Charlie, request Alpha according to Rio Sandra 107, flight 738.
Torre Galeão, muito boa tarde. É o hangar 7382. Solicita aprovação do plano de voo para Brasília, nível 310.
Oh dear.
Hangar 7362.
Probably first time I had to deal with some out of traffic. Be a good experience for them too. Yeah, absolutely.
Chamou hangar 7361. Quem chamou agora foi o 7382, solicitando a aprovação do plano.
Perfeito, comandante. Aguarde para a cópia, número 4, hangar 7382.
See, I don't even dare ask my clearance because about 4 or 5 people are asking clearance beforehand. Super busy, but it doesn't help. There's just one.
Request push and start.
So I thought there'd be an
The
omnidirectional
aircraft
departure.
requesting pushback and start. Repeat the call sign.
Alpaca 46 Whiskey.
Alpaca 46 Whiskey, pushback and start
dear.
up the
Right, delay codes.
East, advise right to taxi. Alpaca 46 Whiskey.
Ben, I took it hours extra fuel.
Facing east, will advise when ready for taxi. Alpaca 46 Whiskey.
Alpaca 3328, taxi via Lima 3 to the apron 2, position, contact your company for the gate, thank you for the flight, sir. Alpaca 3328.
Fair enough.
Continue taxi to the gate by Lima 3, Alpaca 3228.
That's 2 tons. Yeah, exactly. You list them in. Same old thing. Traffic attracts ATC. ATC attracts more traffic.
Runway 10, ready for departure.
That's Sure.
Alpaca 20 winds 160
You're getting
degrees,
us out
12
though.
knots, runway 10 clear for takeoff. Alpaca 20.
Clear for takeoff, runway 10, Alpaca 20.
Galeão Tower, go to 4.150 for clearance requesting your departure clearance to Brasilia, please.
Busy. Yeah, poor tower. I was hoping they might at least have well, I was told that'd be clearance, clearance and ground, but I'm guessing they might have had to have cancelled or it's coming later. I'm not due out for another 7 minutes yet. Problem is, you guys are requesting in English, and then we've got someone else speaking in Portuguese, and I think their controller's just latching onto the Portuguese Brazilian. Because, you know...
Tower, Alpaca 1
easier.
Juliet Papa is now the hold point, runway 10 behind company dash 8.
Oh dear. Ben, is ATC at peak times like this in real life? No. I mean, very rarely, but I'm talking like when it's usually disruption. Something's happened at the airport, but this amount of traffic at an airport this size at peak times is normal, but obviously there's only one controller, one tower controller, having to do everything. In reality, an airport like this, they'd have a clearance, they'd have a ground, probably multiple ground frequencies, multiple tower frequencies, maybe not here. So he's having to do the work of one. Obviously, he's not. Sometimes there are trained controllers, but this guy's probably quite a new tower controller.
Wait for clearance to Brasilia.
Lauren, you 10 minutes past OBT. Don't worry about the off-black times, Lauren. If, just try and get your clearance. We're having similar problems here. I mean, I wanted to request my clearance 6-7 minutes ago, but you know, just having to get in there.
Romeo type A321 stand 19 requesting Alpaca clearance to Brasilia as well.
Break, Alpaca 4 November Charlie, Galeão Tower, confirm we're ready to copy.
A-Firm, ready to copy, Alpaca 4 November Charlie.
Read it then. So when he says you're ready to copy, you meant to then give him the clearance straight away. Poor guy's really struggling, this tower guy. So if you say ready to copy clearance, yep, ready to copy. You need it. Poof. You're cleared to...
Clear I-4 Rio de Janeiro to Brasília, Juscelino Kubitschek Airport, flight level 380, departure runway 10, leverage 1 Alpha, with inside transition then as filed. Hill approach 119.35, squawk code is...
So this is not... This is interesting because they're clearing them on an Evrad 1 Alpha via EPCAX, but that's not the flight plan that we were told
3102, read back, Alpaca 49
we were doing, which is interesting.
Two Brasilia as filed, Evrad 1 Alpha departure runway 10, set transition for level 380, flight frequency 119.35, squawk 30.
So I'm thinking this is the one we're getting cleared on via EPCAX, however...
Read back is correct, advising red for pushback and started.
Okay, thank you, and good luck.
Yeah, this is quite interesting because I was told by the controllers. Let me just bring up Navigraph. I was told by the controllers that we must fly.
Go 2408. A Torre Galeão confirma que tá
a little bit disorganized this, because I was told, I asked them, like I usually do, is there any specific routing you'd like us to fly? And they said yes. When you're flying to Brasilia, please fly this routing. Make sure you fly your flight plan via Ednam, and from Ednam fly this airway. So we were told, I was told to tell you guys do this. However, he's clearing us on a SID, which is taking us towards EPCAX. I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure the guy we just heard to was cleared on this SID here, an Evrad 1 Alpha via an EPCAX transition. That's taking us to the northeast. So that's going to cause a lot of confusion. The fact that we're being cleared on a SID which doesn't really, you know, work well with the transition, unless he's saying via NSOD. Maybe has an NSOD transition got you? Then I stand completely corrected. Then, so to me that looks like the SID terminates at EPCAX, not NSOD, because you know that's what it looks like to me anyway. I wouldn't have expected that. So yeah, I was expecting a omnidirectional departure. So I'm guessing it's that via the NSOD transition. So. Was there an NSOD transition in that SID? Departures, Everard Alpha. There we are. I stand completely corrected. So please ignore. I'm waffling on. That's because I'm used to European departures. So yeah, Everard Alpha, and there is an NSOD transition. That makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, and you would get that in Europe, which is why I was looking on all the SIDs earlier on Navigraph. So when I bring up Navigraph here. And I was told to go via AirPacks. If I close this look, and you can click here, where is it? Procedures, departures. Well, there's a way of displaying all the SIDs. There we are. So when I did that, I was like, oh, there's no SID which terminates at EDNAM. So basically, I saw this one at EPRAX. So that's why I was a bit confused. So yeah. It's an EDNAM transition, and you can hear the difference there. So yeah, this Navigraph kind of overlay doesn't depict all the SIDs that are available. It doesn't include the transition there to EDNAM when you select all SIDs for runway 15. So anyway, I've learned something new today. Anyway, let's. I can't remember how to close that. There we go. Anyway, I'm due off in 1 minute, and I still haven't got my clearance. But I think that's going to be what it's like today. Get in the queue at least.
Flight level 360, departure runway 10, Evrad 1 Alpha, emphasize transition, then as filed. Hill approach 119.35, squawk code.
Oh, Mesa, but everyone is getting the EPCAX transition.
3135, break 3135, read back, Alpaca 125.
Let's have a listen now.
Alpaca 125 clear to Brasilia, the Everard 1 off departure and road transition, flight level 360, departure 6119.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Sounds Portuguese.
Alpaca 125, read back is correct, advise ready for pushback and startup.
Sounds like she has forgotten you, Lauren, then.
Portugal, Alpaca 125.
Alpaca 1 Charlie, send 107 request position, please, QH 1013.
Putting 20 kilos of fuel look in my tank.
Say again, the last aircraft.
From APU.
Alpaca 4 Charlie, send 107 request position, start, QH 1013.
Hey Lauren, there's no need to get angry at all. Like, if you're angry, you shouldn't be taking part, huh? There's no need to get angry ever. I mean, certainly in real life or in AT. If you miss your slot, you know, what's 30 minutes? Just try and get out when you can. You'll get out when you can. Like,
okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
You should try to Barcelona in real life, Lauren. In the summer, Lauren, when you're in Barcelona and you've got, you know, if you look at the off-block scheduled times, you've got 5 aircraft departing every minute on the flight plan. So literally, it'll say 20 past, 20 for several aircraft. You're on clearance frequency, and then you request departure clearance. I've waited 15-20 minutes in real life, and that's with professional air traffic controllers. It's impossible to get your clearance at Barcelona in the summer. You go, right, try and get your source on Alpaca, you just can't even get a word in. I've been delayed 25 minutes, 30 minutes trying to get out, just trying to get clearance. But yeah, anger should never come into it. It's annoying, but they're doing their best.
7382, seu plano de voo está aprovado, confirma que está pronto para cópia.
Pronto para cópia, 7382.
Autorizado Rio de Janeiro, Brasília, recebendo pushback, nível de voo 380, decolando da pista no 0, perfil de saída Evrad no Alfa.
Dave, are you in Zebo or level up? I am now a bit confused between the two. This is the Zebo mod. I will fly the level up again soon, for sure. It's just pending a bit of an update for them because the one we tried, it's fine. It's very good. I like it. The flight models just need to be work.
Transição Edinã, transição Ansod e após direto Edinã, comandante.
Transição Ansod, depois direto Edinã. Até 735.
Lars, he sounds rather inexperienced. Give him time and he'll get back to us at his own pace. No need to stress him further. Yeah, absolutely. Sounds quite new. And it's a shame, really, we haven't got clearance in the tower. He's having to do everything, this guy.
Torre Galeão é o triplo Papa Alpha.
Lauren, I have a right to be... Oh, Lauren, no. I've asked 3 times for clearance and hold on request to be ignored every time. I'm sure you're not getting ignored on purpose. It's very busy in Brasilia. And again, not quite trained to have. Don't get angry, please. If you have feedback for them, you know, tell them afterwards that, you know, you had to wait a long time for clearance.
Alpaca 905, confirm a right to takeoff, ready for departure.
Absolutely, man. Deep breath. I haven't even tried to get my clearance. Am I bothered? No. I mean, I don't know if I've got other things to do today, Lauren. Fair enough. You know, if you need to log off and do what you have to do, I don't. But I give up my entire day for this. And I enjoy it. You know, enjoy spending time with you guys. You can we just chill out and chat. I mean, the same way in real life. You get in the summer 2-hour, 3-hour slots, and you can't get angry. You just got to deal with it. Just go, oh, okay. So I had a chat with the first officer, have a chat with the cabin crew, make myself a coffee or tea, just chill out. That's exactly what I do in real life. I suppose I'm used to this. In the summer, this is what it is like sometimes. Literally every day, 1-hour slots in Europe, peak time. It's like, oh, but you just crack on with it. Ah, not at all, Anon. Shame for my first group flight. Hey, we've had ones where we've been on the ground for over an hour. Why don't you send, Laura? Why don't you try and send a message on X-Pilot? Just say you're standing by for your clearance. Lauren, we're trying to get a word in. Welcome to ATC in real life.
Break. Triplo Papa Romeo Alpha. Prossiga, comandante.
Yeah, if they had clearance and ground, it would have made him so much easier to juggle this all as tower. That's too much for one person. I mean, I couldn't do it on my own. All this traffic.
Tower up at 1 Foxtrot Romeo and try and speak 81 stand 19 request Alpha clearance for Brasilia as well.
The last aircraft calling for clearance. Repeat the call sign.
Yeah, it's got, if your capacity is quite low as well, you might have already asked for clearance.
4902 X-ray.
It might be that someone's
Alpaca
actually
4902 X-ray, good evening. Galeão Tower. Received the flight plan number 5 for a clearance. Please stand by. Standing by.
Alpaca 4 November Charlie, request push and start, please stand 107.
Fun fact, actually, did I ever tell you the longest I've ever had to wait for takeoff? It was actually in Barcelona, talking about Arsenal a lot today. When I was, we pushed back there, and we were told there'd be a significant delay for departure, and the reason was there was an aircraft that had to do a rejected takeoff. Or no, it had to do a go around or something, and they had a rejected landing, so they actually hit the runway, and they thought it was quite hard, so they wanted to inspect the runway. We pushed back, and it took from taxi to airborne 1 hour and 30 minutes. And this is in real life, guys, in Barcelona. That's the longest I've ever had to taxi. But we catered for that, we were told about it, and flight planning, actually we were on the ball, always on the ball in operations. They actually contacted and said, look, can you just whack on an extra ton of fuel for taxi, you'll need it. I was like, yeah, sure, okay. So yeah, that's my longest ever taxi in real life, is an hour 30 minutes. Almost as long as the flight time. The flight time was meant to be 2 hours 15 or something, but not almost as long, but over half the length.
Break Alpaca 905.
Mason, did you have the shut engines down whilst waiting? No, didn't, because we were in a queue of traffic and it was constantly moving. We were like number 28 for departure or something. So yeah, I had both engines running. Inefficient, but that's just the way it is. But yeah, if you don't plan for that, if you take standard flight plan fuel, you won't get away with it. You've got to take extra. Right, well, I will try and get my...
Say again the call sign.
Alpaca 55 Lima, 55 Lima.
Tower, Alpaca 901 Bravo at apron 6 is ready for taxi and we are able, Bravo.
Marky, what airline was that with?
Alpaca 55 Lima, I received your flight plan is approved. Advise ready to copy.
We're ready to copy now, Alpaca 55 Lima.
Approved IFR Rio de Janeiro, Brasília, Stelino Pushback Airport, flight level 360, departure runway 10, climb via Everade 1 Alpha, and start transition, then as file, squawk code.
Yes, that's definitely the
3107.
departure line.
07. Hill approach 119.35.
Evrad Ensod transition.
Brasilia, Evrad 1 Alpha departure, then as file, correction, Evrad 1 Alpha departure, Intl transition.
Oh, I think that's you, isn't it?
Flight level 360, squawk 3107, departure for speed 119er 35, Alpaca 55 Lima.
Readback is correct, advise ready for pushback and start at Alpaca 55 Lima.
I'm ready.
We are ready now, Alpaca 55 Lima.
Yeah, so he's taking his time here, so he should be, if you're call ready, yeah, off you go, push and start.
Break. Alpaca 1 Juliet Papa, winds 160 degrees, 12 knots, runway 10, clear for takeoff.
Open here in the background.
Clear to takeoff, runway 10, Alpaca 1 Juliet Papa.
Cool.
Alpaca 55 Lima is ready now for pushback.
Right, I'll try and get out now. As soon as 55 Lima's got their push and start.
Alpaca 55 Lima, clear. Your pushback and start is approved, facing west. Advise ready to taxi.
Push and start approved, face west, we'll go Alpaca 55 Lima.
Alpaca 4 November Charlie 107, location push and start as well, please.
Yeah, fair play, he's on his own, absolutely bed. Like, he's
Confirm the aircraft
completely on
calling
his
for
own.
pushback
Clearance
and
and
start.
taxi.
Alpaca 49er 2X.
It's a shame he hasn't got anyone that can join
Negative,
him.
Alpaca 4 November Charlie 4 November Charlie.
Rob, insane, but I'm in Bearborn, congratulations. Yeah, so guys, watch it. I just see it pushing 7 minutes and still no clearance. Guys, your times, your allocated times are to provide structure for the group flight, and ideally we would push back to that schedule, okay? Ideally. The same in real life. We have assigned scheduled block times. So when you buy, passenger buys a ticket, you see you're off block time, right, I'm departing at that time. In summer, it is very rare that you actually leave on that time because of ATC slots, most commonly, weather disruption. So the main reason I have the slot time for our group flight is to provide structure, but if I didn't do that, a lot of you probably want to try and fly near me, which I understand, and stuff, but it just wouldn't work. So one of our first ever group flights, the first, second and third one, there was no structure, and we were all, it was like 20 of us at the group flight, but we were all requesting taxi and push and start at the same time. It was carnage. So it is just to provide a bit of structure, stick to it. If you miss your slot, don't worry, just try and get in with ATC. I was meant to push back 10 minutes ago. 11 minutes ago now. I haven't even got my clearance yet because I don't want. I'm trying to find a little gap to just give a bit of capacity for ATC, which is obviously at max. But the key thing is don't get frustrated, guys. It's just really
Você poderia me informar se recebeu o plano?
Comandante, eu já informei para você que eu recebi a
What check do you know the departure? Yeah, so you want to select here departure. Evrad 1 Alpha, and Ensod transition.
196 autorizado táxi via Pátio 2, Taxiways Lima 3, Kilo November Papa ao ponto de espera da pista no 0, no QNH padrão no 0 no 3, acuse pronto. No ponto de espera da pista no 0, Gol 1196.
Pátio 3, Lima 3, Kilo November Papa até o 10, acuso pronto, 96.
So one thing I think as well, Brazilian ATC, I don't think...
Alpaca 1 Juliet Papa, contact
I think the majority of people that take part in VATSIM Brazil are going to be Brazilians, and they're going to be speaking Portuguese. And remember, this guy's English is clearly his second language, so he's having to translate in his head as well, so it's much more difficult. Tower, hello, it's Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, stand 125, departure clearance to Brasilia, please.
Say again the call sign.
It's Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, good afternoon, Galeão Tower. I've received your flight plan to Brasilia. Number 4 for the clearance, stand by.
Obrigado. Perfect, so now he knows I'm here. Hopefully he's made a note somewhere that I'm number 4 and he'll stick to that. Probably not, but at least he knows we're here.
Alpaca 4 November Charlie.
I know that much Portuguese. It's all cool, Laura, but don't like seeing you get angry. Just relax. Rob S. Bless, the Brasilia departure guide just PM'd me to ask what the word was for VCP.
You're clear for your pushback startup is approved facing west. Advise red.
Lauren, you're going to need a Capriana in the cockpit. Is that a drink? That sounds like a cocktail of some sort. Sounds like I want one. Good luck, Mason. Getting yours as well. Lars, looks like they're a bit better off in Brasilia now with ground on line 2. Yeah, that's what they needed. I don't know why they didn't get ground here. I mean, you saw the group flight channel. They posted in their Discord. They had 27 people interested in the event. So I don't know. I was told there'd be clearance and ground here in Brasilia, but obviously that's not happened. We only have tower here. So no wonder this guy's maxed out.
Alpaca 125, your pushback and starts approved facing west.
One check, what's the runway in use? Runway 10.
Tower Alpaca 1 from Romeo, stand 19 HB21, request clearance.
I've had it before in streams in the past, like we've had streams.
Say again the call sign, Captain.
And we've taken part in VATSIM events, and I've heard people get really frustrated on the radio. And it's like,
Alpaca 1 Foxtrot Romeo, good
this guy was like, I'm going to run out of fuel and crash, and it's all your fault. I was like, guys, at the end of the day, it's a simulator, you know, and these VATSIM guys are all here to try and make it have fun and stuff. And I mean, when it works, it works. When you've got very good VATSIM controllers, like in VATSIM Germany, I remember doing the Frankfurt Overload event, and they were landing aircraft from left, right, and centre with no delay. They're 2 tons. A summer Saturday in Brazil. I think the beach won over VATSIM. Yeah, to be fair, was it 31 degrees mid-afternoon on a Saturday? Oh, one check. I'm not sure about what the runway in Sigil gets in Brazil is. Sorry, I didn't know you were going that way. Oh, actually, whilst we're waiting, we must actually run Patrick's
the aircraft calling red text.
checklist. You watch this, I'll get clearance now.
Alpaca 55 Lima. You're clear to taxi via apron.
Safety inspection checklist.
Actually, we don't need to do X, we're doing that. So before start to line transit.
Before start checklist to the line. Hairpins.
Remove.
Oxygen.
Are you a real pilot?
Thanks, Andy.
Tested 100%.
Yaw damper.
On.
Fuel.
So that's fine. We require a minimum of 6-2, and we've got 8-4 on board. So, sorry, 8-2 on board, and just 4 pumps on, so that's fine.
Checked.
Fuel pumps.
4 pumps on.
Fasten belts.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Air conditioning.
PAX auto bleeds on.
Pressurization.
So that's rate 3,500 feet set.
Set.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross-checked.
Auto brake.
RTO.
Parking brake.
Set.
Stab trim cutout switches.
Normal.
Radios, radar and transponder.
Flight plan number 7 for the approval. Stand by.
7.
Number 7 for clearance, Alpaca
Set and standby.
Rudder and aileron drums.
3 and 0.
Takeoff briefing.
That's discussed.
Discussed.
PA.
Complete.
Complete.
FMC CDU.
Set.
N1 and IAS bugs.
N1 and IAS auto V-speed set.
There you are.
Stab trim.
Set.
Performance weight and balance.
Checked.
EFB.
Airplane mode and stowed.
Phones.
Off.
Flight deck windows and cockpit door.
Really?
Imagine the voice.
Alpaca
seconds.
329er, good.
I've only just realised, well, I've had the
Galeão
AP
Tower,
bleed off the whole
and
time,
your
so it's
flight
actually,
plan to
like
Brasilia.
30 degrees in here.
You are number 7
Closed.
for the approval.
Doors.
Stand by.
Closed.
Passengers.
Seated.
Before start check was complete to the line.
Excellent.
Galeão Tower, this is Tango.
So one thing I will say about the event, obviously we've had just Tower in here in Rio, and I think in Brasilia, what I'm guessing is you had Tower only
Break. Azul
initially,
2206,
and now you
contact
have
agora o controle Rio 1 no norte.
now you have ground and tower, which is making life easier. So I think one thing I've learned today is in future requests, I'll really stress that
Alpaca 46.
I really stress that we really, as a minimum, need ground and tower. I mean, ideally clearance, because obviously it makes it very difficult for ATC with just tower.
Tower, 793, radio check.
Mason number 7. Let's sit and wait. Yeah, make yourself a brew quickly.
The aircraft is calling for a radio check to receive 5x5.
Alpaca 4, November Charlie, request taxi, please.
Anyway. Looks like
Alpaca 1, November
a few of us
Charlie,
away.
you're clear to taxi via
you can tell he's busy because there's only 2 aircraft the whole point. We're all here. Ground clearance, waiting for clearances.
10, QN8, standard 10.
So when you get your clearance, guys, make sure you're ready, and say, when you read your back your clearance, say nice and calmly and slowly, request push to start as well. Hopefully you'll get that requested as well. Sure, they like squawk ident in Brazil. Ah, right.
And Alpaca 125 is also ready for taxi.
Gino, thinking of logging off the planning off the network and reconnecting in the centre airspace, can't get a word in, and there are about 7-8 people waiting for ghost now. If you have things to do later, Gino, I fully respect that and understand, so, you know, you can do that if you wish. And again, like I was saying, with just Tower, this is where it is. It's like reminding me of Barcelona in the summer, but if you have to do that, then feel free. I won't be. I will wait very patiently. He's going to have his work cut out soon if he doesn't get any additional ATC though, because the arrivals will be coming in.
Say again the call sign.
Alpaca 6793.
Alpaca 6793. I receive your flight plan to Brasilia. You are
He's a
number
very
7
thick,
for the approval.
thick accent as well.
Estou aí em Galeão, gol no 96, no ponto de espera da 120.
There's a few other aircraft as well.
Break. Gol 1196. Aguarde.
So at the moment I'm 20 minutes late, I should off at 30. John, I like squawking ident, it's something new to me. Yeah, quite a lot of places in Europe actually squawk ident after takeoff. A lot of Italian airports
Triplo Papa
squawk ident
Romeo
after
Alpha.
departure.
É o Torre Galeão. Seu plano de voo aprovado. Confirma que está pronto, cópia.
Look at all of us here, my goodness.
Pronto, cópia, triplo Papa Romeo Alpha.
But guys,
Está autorizado
obviously
instrumentos
it's
Rio
been
de
busy,
Janeiro,
you know, we've
Goiânia,
had group
aeroporto
flights which
Santa
everything's
Reserva, nível
been
de voo
very
3,
smooth, obviously
50,
it's not
Ponta
going
Pistão
smoothly
do
today.
zero, perfil de saída, Everagem no
There are
Alfa,
delays, you know, provide the feedback to
Lençóis
VATSIM Brazil.
após a rota
I will, I'll
plana,
say, yeah, great group flight, you know,
sequência do controle Rio 1
we'll
no norte
get
deste
ATC at the end of the day, which is what it's all about.
Transponder 3,
I was hoping to get grounding clearance, of course, but I was told that would be the case.
Autorizado Goiânia no 350, decola da 10, perfil de saída Everagem.
Sure, you're looking for the ident button. I don't know what aircraft you're in, but it's just there. 73. ATC ident.
Protegimento correto, livre acionamento, acuse pronto
Every
para
transponder
ataque.
has it, even in your Cessna.
Triplo Papa
Just
Romeo
makes you
Alpha.
ping up on their radar.
Triplo Papa Romeo Alpha.
O hangar 7382, pronto para acionamento e push.
Hangar 7382 aprovado
Oh no, Lauren, your bridge is broken. Oh dear. Yeah, I had to do that custom ortho patch. Massive thanks to Imatams who helped me do all that yesterday.
Galeão Tower, hello, it's Alpaca 6 Oscar Romeo, stand 120, QNH 1012, requesting clearance to Brasilia as well.
Dave, what's the difference between squawk mode Charlie and mode ident? I always thought they were the same. I only had it twice. I'm flying on VATSIM in the US and I got told to squawk mode ident. So mode ident is just you highlight on their radar display. Mode Charlie is altimetry data, so they haven't got your height. They've only got your, so you'll be on out off maybe.
Alpaca 1 Foxtrot Romeo, ready to copy.
Eu clear IFR Rio de Janeiro to Brasília, sending pushback airport.
Oh, you've got the auto, you just got to plug in the hard drive. Whoops.
10, climb PA Vride 1 Alpha, inside transition, then I filed.
No problem, Dave. That's what this channel's all about. You have any questions at all about anything, you ask. Apart from what colour my jumper is and how many stripes it's on. Actually, look, I haven't done any selfless merch plugins today. Guys, why don't you go and make yourself a cup of tea right now? Oh, the webcam, so many opportunities.
Redback is correct, it's right for pushback and starter. Alpaca 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
Will do, be about 2-3 minutes, Alpaca 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
Pretty funny. Well done, Jamley. Finally made it in the air. Congratulations. I'm surviving standby today as well. Well, my standby finishes.
Break, go.
Oh no, it finished like 24 minutes ago. So I can't get a call.
60 graus com 12 nós, pista 10, decolagem autorizada. Go 1196.
My beer in the flight next to glass I had to remortgage for. I'm so sorry. I even put in the listing, please buy this overpriced pint glass. That is the standard set price for it as well. And I think I knocked that down as well.
Alpaca 46 with contact to approach 119.35.
What they charge by default. Like the mug glass, I think the mugs are 10 or no, £15. I load it to 10. So I make a little tiny cut on it, it's like 50 pence. Well, we did request our clearance. We were number 4 at the time. Oh no, Mike. I messaged him asking why I wasn't cleared his plane. Sorry.
Puxando na sua retaguarda após a passagem do tráfego. Está autorizado puxar e acionar com cauda à direita.
Talk about other cool things. I did post this in. Let me just reach out and get it. I did post this at Christmas. This is from my uncle. It was a Christmas present. It is the original from the 80s Thunderbirds talking alarm clock. I don't want to open the box it's in. It's the original box, probably worth quite a lot of money. But he had it stored for years and years, never opened it. It's the official one from, I think it's like the 70s or 80s. There you go. Lift up Thunderbird 2 and here it's jet engines. So cool. Yeah, I need to open it at some point. But I already have an alarm clock by my bed. Is it actually good quality, John? Some of my brewery ones are much worse. Yeah, so some of the stuff Teespring...
Alpaca 55 Lima, your line up and wait, runway 10,
like
line up and wait, Alpaca 55 Lima.
Yeah, some of the stuff is actually quite good quality, because I don't see any of it. I don't get involved in manufacturing, dispatch. So if you ever have any problems, you know, deal with it via Teespring. Some of you message me saying, oh, this thing's not happy to kind of send it back. It's nothing to do with me. You have to do it all via Teespring. That's the beauty for like us guys that use it. You have to deal with any of that. But generally, the clothing quality is actually quite good. Yeah, I'm not opening it then at all. No, I'm really cool streamer without fade in there. I'm pro streamer, and you lose the tab at the top, so it doesn't distract you from the camera. Paul, did you get that Lego 738 in the end? No, but I will look at that. Actually, I want to get a new drone, so I have that's my new toy I want to get. I've got a DJI Phantom 3, but it's quite big and cumbersome. I want to get the Mavic. So I'm going to try and sell. I'm going to sell on eBay my drone. See where we are. Right. it's getting a bit quieter on frequency now. You can tell this guy hasn't, unfortunately, got much of a method here. There's multiple people waiting for clearances, multiple people waiting for push to start. So when it's quiet, he's just quiet as well. Sorry, Anthony, hurts to hear vintage.
255 Charlie, I received a flight plan to Brasilia. Your
sorry.
Number 7 on the queue.
Eddie, what's the plugin that tells you the rating of the landing? It's called, I think it's just simply called landing calculator. Type in Google X-Plane 11 landing calculator and it'll be the top one. You'll see the picture.
Break, Alpaca 55 Lima, winds 160 degrees.
So I might just give this guy a nudge, because I have heard about 3 or 4 people get their clearance there, but yeah, you can tell this guy, the poor guy's max. Look, there's just 2 people at the whole point, and how many of us are still here? 20? 30?
Alpaca 9-1 Bravo.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Confirm a ready to taxi.
Alpaca 9-1 Bravo, ready for taxi.
Yeah, this guy's maxed. Problem is, the problem is, I can't remember who that was asking for clearance. He's asked for taxi, and they said, "Yep, confirm, ready for taxi." Yeah, ready for taxi, and then nothing. And then because there's a gap.
Break, Alpaca 567 Romeo, confirm.
So now he's forgotten about the guy requesting taxi because he's heard another aircraft.
7 Bravo Romeo. Good evening, Galeão Tower. I received a flight plan to Brazil.
Yeah.
Stand by for the approval.
So yeah, it's taking him too long to sequence just one aircraft. I don't know who that was requesting taxi.
Alpaca 782 and 126 requesting IFR clearance to Brasilia type Airbus A390.
Oh Ben, the other sector's nearly halfway to you. Oh yeah. How many departures have we had out of here? You know, there is a point, you know, we were talking about being patient. There is a point at which we've got to say, look.
Alpaca 28 Alpha.
Right, so
Mike.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's not great. They've got 9 departures they've had in 1 hour. That's
break, Alpaca 55 Lima, your airport at minute 00. Contact now. Hill approach 119.35.
Yeah, so out of Brasilia, in 1 hour we've got a departure every 2 minutes pretty much. He's only got 9 aircraft out, and there should have been pretty much all of us done now.
To move up in the queue?
You've had 8 out. There you go, Ben. Yeah.
Sorry about that, Captain. Now we're gonna move this queue now.
Thanks, Dave, for your highlighted message, which I guess will
Alpaca
come up in a second.
125, line up and wait, runway 10.
First member milestone channel 2022 for me, been 19 months already. It's like I'm in time acceleration, especially since I turned 25 in February. Fantastic. Happy 25th for next month. And thank you for your 19 months as a member, Dave. Really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. It's something like that, Mark. Yeah.
Alpaca 67 Bravo Romeo, confirm you're requesting pushback and start.
Negative requesting for clearance to Brasilia.
Poor guy. Yeah, this is. I don't want to. Obviously, this guy is working very, very hard. I mean, it's just on his own. The problem isn't so much him. It's the fact he hasn't got any backup.
Romeo, your pushback and start is approved. Device ready to taxi.
There you go, look, I've nearly burnt 100 kilos of fuel on the APU. 3840,
Alpaca
3910.
2 Alpha Mike, you're cleared IFR Rio de Janeiro to Brasília Juscelino Kubitschek Airport. Departure runway, flight level 380, departure runway 10. Client via Vradio.
So if you guys have already asked for your clearance and told to stand by, my impression just listening for the last 10 minutes, I think what's happening is he has saying a number 3, number 4. I don't think he's really sticking to that. So I think if there's a gap on capacity, try and get in again if you can. I'm just trying to keep everyone on the road, show on the road and stuff. Obviously this guy is so busy. But this, as soon as this traffic starts arriving, he's
That's
that's going to be game over for anyone still on the
pushback
ground,
started
really.
Alpaca 2 Alpha Mike. Já vai ser chamado, comandante.
Someone's on the radio, but they're really quiet. I can barely hear them myself. Ben, it's a shame the guy from ground over Brasilia doesn't jump over as they're delivering ground to tower. Oh, really? Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, it's a shame that he can't jump over here and give this guy a handout. Cheers, Mark. 12 months member time really is flying captain a year officially. It's such a great experience. Can't thank you enough. You're most welcome, Mark. Thank you very much for your time as a member a whole year now. Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate it. Yeah, this is not ideal. Not your year as a member, Mark. In the ATC, he's really struggling. It's just silence on frequency now. And tower. Hello again, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, stand 132. We are still ready to copy departure clearance and request push and start.
Say again the call sign, Captain.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. Key thing is don't get angry, just be calm.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. I received your flight plan. Your stand by for approval. 25 Romeo.
Roger. There we are. So not much more I can do. That's twice. I've requested it. Just got to get in there. Yeah, absolutely, Ben. That's the key thing. This tower controller is having to do the work of clearance, ground tower, handover.
One hotel whiskey to the afternoon Galeão Tower. I received your flight plan. Stand by for approval.
It's not the fault of this guy, you know, it's coordination of
break,
the resources.
Alpaca 125, wind to 160
I think they've got
degrees,
plenty of
of
people that
north,
wanted to
runway
provide
10,
ATC.
clear for
Well, if
takeoff.
they've got 3 people in
Runway 10,
Brazilian. Rob, that's an excellent question. No one knows what you can expect in Rio.
126, requesting IFL clearance to Brasilia type Airbus A390.
Oh dear, this poor guy. There you go, look, there's not even one alpaca at the whole point, and we're all stuck here on ground trying to get clearance and taxi, and there's only one aircraft there. There should be a queue, and there should be proof air departures every 1 minute. Once this aircraft airborne, there's going to be no departures for a short while.
O hangar 7382 vai alinhar e manter.
Hangar 7361 confirma, tá pronto, táxi.
Don't know seen. I've got pushback. I mean, what would be a limit? I mean, I was due out 35 minutes ago. I mean, if you've got stuff to do, guys, I fully understand if you want to
3 Kilo Alpha.
log off and then depart and then rejoin. That's fine. You know, just tell the controller first. Looks like delivery's on. Oh, they've got a delivery online. That's going to help.
Contact delivery on 121.0. Delivery 121.0 Alpaca 3
You should just say, everyone who hasn't got delivery, go to
Alpaca 317, contact delivery 121.0.
Great, it's just 6 minutes too late. 1 hour, 6 minutes too late.
Alpaca 428, contact delivery in 121.0.
It sounds like he had his list of people asking for clearance.
121.0.
And we've got ground as well. Hooray!
Alpaca 492, X-ray, contact delivery 121.0.
So he could save himself some time and just simply say, if you haven't got your clearance yet, go to delivery 121.0, done, instead of having to contact everyone individually. Because I don't think he knows who has clearance and Who hasn't?
Airways
It would be Plainly. Plainly, we've actually had that on a group flight before. We had no ATC for departure. I requested it, but
Alpaca 125 contact.
they got the times
You
wrong, I
are
think,
born
they were late.
at
I mean, actually,
0206 contact now. You approach 119 decimal.
amongst us, we actually did a really good job coordinating it.
935, thank you for your ATC. Much better.
I might just go over to delivery myself. Lauren, I wonder if they got the time wrong for the event. No, very sure. I mean, we've had Tower here from the start of the event. It's just maybe that no one could come on any before. They 100% got the times correct. I mean, I've been talking to them literally today to confirm everything. Right, I'm just gonna go over to clearance and just request because.
Galeão delivery and going to Galeão ground. So you contact me on Galeão ground, okay? Just go.
Oh, ground now opening. I think.
Ground for push Alpaca 264. Thank you, bye-bye.
Can't actually see a ground frequency now.
Delivery, good afternoon. Alpaca 3 Kilo Alpha, stand 4, Boeing 738. QNH 1013, request clearance to Brasilia is filed.
He disconnected.
No, he's disconnected. He has disconnected as well.
Looks like he's switching to ground.
Yeah, looks like.
Oh, I just really sparked and brake.
What a mess today.
If you're wondering, ground is 121.65.
It has been a bit of a mess. Yeah, I said about being patient, and patience is key, but it's...
Clear ground, good afternoon. This is Alpaca 428 at stand 44. Request iPhone clearance to Brasilia.
Ben, which group flight was that? I'd enjoy watching that. Off the top of my head, Ben, I can't. It was one of the earliest ones. We just went all off on our own, and it was actually really good. I think it was like the second one or something. And we just went boof. And there was no... It was the one into Innsbruck. There was no ATC arrival, and we actually, in Innsbruck, coordinated it really well.
I think someone's on ground briefly, and then they just disconnected.
Additional aircraft on the frequency. Now we have Galeão ground. Just switch the controller. So we have now Galeão ground, and all the flight plans should be approved for me. Okay, so please, if you can talk to your colleagues, please say them to call me up for flight plan clearance. Thank you. Break, Alpaca 492
Perfect, so we know that.
Galeão ground, 492 X-ray.
492 X-ray ready to copy.
Clayton, you remember that one? Very cool.
492 X-ray, you're cleared.
I know Andy, yeah. Absolutely. So I think this Vienna, this is approaching Vienna now. The Vienna group flight, it was similar. It was pretty much the same as this, just waiting a long time.
Flight level 380, Ebra 1 Alpha via the NSUB transition, and squawk is 3130, 492 X-ray.
492 X-ray, read back just this squawk, sir.
Squawk 3130.
So when you got ground, he can just do all this himself. Oh, we have delivery back online as well. Oh, I'm just going to stick with ground then.
Good afternoon. Alpha, stand 4, Boeing 738, QNH 1013, request clearance to Brasilia is filed.
The aircraft has asked that says QNH 1013 and requesting clearance. Say again your call sign, sir.
Call sign is Alpaca 3 Kilo Alpha.
3 Kilo Alpha. Alpaca 3 Kilo Alpha. Just trying to localize you, sir. No, I have you. For your information, the Galeão now is with activity 10, QNH is 1013. You're cleared.
Yeah, but that was a much smaller group. Yeah, for the Innsbruck one, I think it was like it would still be up there if you literally go to the flight deck to sim group flight channel. I've always organised it through that one, so even since the first one, so you can see how many aircraft. I think it was like 20 of us. They were still just like, yeah, let's turn up at this time and do it. It was only like the third or fourth one I started organising it with ATC and everything.
Alpaca 3 Kilo Alpha.
Oh, yeah, 3 Kilo Alpha. Read back is correct. Report that Brad system push 3 Kilo Alpha.
Will go, Alpaca 3 Kilo Alpha.
Alpaca 317, requesting high to Brasilia, please.
Alpaca 317, Roger. Report if you're ready to copy 317.
Ready to copy clearance, Alpaca 317.
Poor the push truck's got extra fuel. Yeah, he'll be running out of diesel soon.
317, you're cleared. I'm
Oh dear.
file, departure is...
So we'll balance, we don't need to balance fuel. Look, we're burning nearly 100 kilos now in the left tank, the APU. You should put, well, you can put the centre tank pump fuel on. The risk is that you forget to turn it off for takeoff and then you get master caution.
Clear to Brasilia and departure is F-Red 1 Alpha into transition Alpaca 317.
So I can actually still see a delivery frequency online, but he did say contact everyone on ground on 12165 now.
This is
It is marked here.
Stand 44, request IFO clearance to Brasilia, please.
Position aircraft that is calling Galeão ground for clearance. Contact now, Galeão delivery on 121.
Oh dear, we're being passed all over the place now. They didn't tell us to go from delivery to ground, now back to delivery. Oh dear, oh dear. Lacking a little bit of coordination here.
Galeão delivery. Hello, it's Alpaca 6, Oscar Romeo, Sam 120.
Tipping flashbacks on the ground, I know.
Brasilia as fast, please.
14 alpacas, there you go. Rotates, but with no ATC.
Okay, last aircraft calling, say call sign again.
Alpaca 6, Oscar Romeo.
6 Oscar Romeo, okay, stand by for clearance number 3.
Oh dear.
Hello, Alpaca 782, stand 12636.
God, I love this. Oh dear. It's carnage. I mean, what actually makes it quite fun is if you get messed around so much like this, or there's so delays, actually you're trying to achieve a flight. You feel like you have achieved something. We'll get on our way. Now, I'm not even asked on this frequency for departure clearance. I mean, for me personally, if I've been here an hour after... My initial clearance is at 20 past, so I actually requested my clearance nearly an hour ago. So, yeah. I mean, patience is one thing. It's just... yeah. I mean, I can only apologise, guys, but it's not nothing we can really do. I tried to organise it and get plenty of notice. Over a week ago, emailed.
5 Charlie, have you already received your IFR clearance?
Ben, would you have any issue with fuel about to real life at this point? No. 100 kilos? No. I mean, on the ground, you could have a much larger imbalance like this. But you'd have the ground power probably connected. You only have the APU running. If it's really hot or really cold, you need the conditioned air. So yeah, if you're on a remote stand like this, 31 degrees, we'd 100% have the APU. Jamley, what's happened here? You've got an engine overheat, only able to maintain 230. Did you close the thrust on the engine overheat engine, Jamlin? You should be okay. If you reduce thrust, Jamlin, until the engine overheat light extinguishes, and just keep the thrust there, you should be able to go to single engine level, which is above that. If the light stays on though, you have to do the fire drill. You have to actually shut the engine down. Remember items for that? Patrick, I gave up time for dinner. I'll try again next time. I fully understand that, Patrick. Fully understand, guys. If you've got things to do, you need to go. So be it. I mean, I don't like using the word unacceptable because you know these guys are providing ATC 4-hour group flight, but it's been a bit. It's been one of the worst ones trying to get out of here. It's a shame. It's nothing against the guys. It's just we didn't have the people. I mean, you have a look in the group flight chat and the Discord. They posted about that days ago, and there was, I think, it was like 27 controllers said they were interested. But even clearance here, they can't get the clearance out. Like, I think I said I haven't even heard the delivery controller say anything for a while now. Where's the delivery guy gone now? Because here he comes. Oh, and this guy's just all he's got to do is rattle off clearances. He's just got to rattle off clearances. Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo cleared to Brasilia. Everett 1 Alpha via Ensign transition. Climb flight level 380. Squawk 1234. Boom, done. No clearance.
Galeão delivery. Have you already received your IFR clearance?
Negative, waiting Alpaca 1 Hotel Whiskey.
Yeah, I know. Don't
Okay, the previous controller marked as already received here, so sorry about that. Are you ready to copy?
Hey, sir.
Okay, Alpaca 1 Hotel Whiskey, you're clear to Brasilia flight plan route. Flight level 340, your departure will be runway 10, FRAD 1 Alpha departure, and squawk 3106.
See, he hasn't mentioned the ENSOL transition there, but just do the ENSOL transition, guys.
10, FRAD 1 Alpha departure, flight level 340, squawk 3106, Alpaca 1 Hotel Whiskey.
Alpaca 1 Hotel Whiskey, read back correct, contact ground 121.65 for push and start.
Galeão delivery, Alpaca 6793, gate 29, IFR to Brasilia, please.
6793, Galeão delivery. Okay, flight plan received, number 4 for clearance.
Copy.
Oi, 2036, tráfego Galeão, tá pronto, copy.
2036, firme.
O 2036 está autorizado Brasília, nível de voo 360, rota do plano, vai decolar da pista 10.
Yeah, Andy, right. There's nothing against these guys, they're just doing their best. I think they're doing their absolute best, but yeah, it's just too much for them. They're not used to this sort of level of traffic, whereas some other, vast majority of the guys are used to this sort of amount of traffic, man. Brazil, I just don't think they are. Yeah, Jandy, that's the right thing to do. So if the engine overheat light stays illuminated, even with idle thrust, you have to shut it down. And you have to do the engine fires with a damage separation drill.
Alpaca 60 Romeo, sorry about that, 6 Oscar Romeo. And delivery Alpaca 34 Delta, stand 13, was that Alpaca 64 Delta?
Is there any clearance frequency?
Last aircraft calling was that Alpaca 64 Delta, is that your
airborne frequency actually? Because, you know, there is a point at which, if things were flowing...
Okay, 34 Delta, okay, stand by for clearance, you are number 4 now.
We've got delivery ground and tower. If we had that from the start, things were flowing.
Alpaca 6 Oscar
fine, but we
Romeo.
have now got delivery ground and tower. It's still, like,
Galeão
don't
delivery.
know, not much has changed. It's just...
Alpaca 6 Oscar Romeo, go ahead.
Alpaca 6 Oscar Romeo, are you ready to copy?
I mean, I'm looking at the VATSIM map, and
First
there's
ready,
just...
Alpaca 6 Oscar Romeo.
Look at the Brasilia aircraft that
6 Oscar
departed, and
Romeo,
then look at the Brasilia R group flight. There's just massive gaps between all of us leaving. Between Alpaca 20 and Alpaca 1 Juliet Papa is about 120 nautical miles on the VATSIM map.
3620. Clear to Brasilia on the flight plan route, flight level 340. Runway 10, FRAD 1, Alpha departure, squawk 3620. Alpaca 6 Oscar Romeo.
Alpaca 6 Oscar Romeo, read back correct. Contact ground 121.65 when ready for push and start.
Wilco, Alpaca 6 Oscar Romeo.
Hello, Alpaca 792, Alpaca 126, request departure, clearance to Brazil.
Alpaca 492 X-ray, you stand by for clearance, you are number 4 now.
I think he's just...
Alpaca 29 Hotel, rear delivery.
So he's getting there, you can see he's getting it done now, so he's actually now contacting people, got your clearance.
Alpaca 29 Hotel, you are cleared to Brasilia Airport, flight plan route, flight level 380, your departure will be runway 10, FRAD 1 Alpha departure, and squawk 3623.
Central Brasilia, runway 10, FRAD 1 Alpha departure, time flight level 380, and squawk 3623, Alpaca 29 Hotel.
Alpaca 29 Hotel, read back correct, contact ground 121.65 and ready for push and start.
Push and start to ground, Alpaca 29 Hotel, fine.
Galileo delivery, this is Alpaca 428 at 744, request I4 clearance to
So
Brasilia.
that's us 50 minutes
Alpaca
late.
428, good afternoon. Okay, stand by for clearance.
Yeah, 2
Okay,
tons. I think so. I
48.
think delivery had to start from scratch. List from tower controllers probably not transferred. I think he did get something because some people, he said, I've got you clearance. He said, no, I haven't received clearance. So, yeah. Captain Boss, you still on the ground? Yes. It's been a little bit chaotic.
Okay, what's the call sign of the last one?
Alpaca 782.
I haven't even
782.
checked in
Okay,
yet.
you are number 5 now for clearance. Stand by 1.
I think that's Domino Musina. He was number 4 a second ago. He's now number 5.
Alpaca 6793. Real delivery. Ready to copy.
Berlin flight. Am I in the top floor? No, I've not even checked in.
6793. You are cleared to Brasilia Airport. Flight plan route. Flight level
I need to let
360.
him know I'm here.
Departure runway 10
Just
at
waiting for
red.
that gap.
1 alpha departure. Squawk 3624.
Alpaca 6793, cleared to Brasilia is filed. Everyone
Oh, that's normal clearance for the Dash 8. Yeah, I remember flying with Flybe all the time. 3 years ago.
3624 on
And they were always shut the engine down. Always did single engine taxi. It's so quick you sit
Alpaca 6793, read back correct. Contact ground 121.65 and ready for push and start.
Clearance, Boatard, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, stand 132. We'd like to join the queue for our clearance to Brasilia, please.
24 Bravo Romeo, good afternoon. You are number 5 now.
Roger. 25 Bravo Romeo, but that's fine. At least he knows I'm here.
Alpaca 34 Delta, your time's
Hi,
up.
Ruben. Ron, how's the group flight going so far? Ruben, it's a little slow in Brazil. No offence to our Brazilian compatriots, but they've been struggling with us getting out of Rio.
Alpaca 34 Delta delivery.
Brasilia, I think, struggled at the start, but they had enough ATC to get everyone away eventually. They've really been struggling here in Rio. The poor tower controller.
Alpaca 34 Delta.
Is Alpaca 34 Delta here? Was he logged off? Alpaca 34 Delta. He's really been struggling, the poor tower guy. It's been a bit of a mess, unfortunately. Me personally, I was due to push back 55 minutes ago.
Alpaca 492 X-ray.
They're beginning to get the show on the road, but guys on frequency 492 X-ray and the other one, can you hear you getting called out there? Doesn't help that we don't respond, guys. We've got to be on the ball. I mean, I'm guilty of it because I'm streaming, but try and listen out for your call sign. So yeah, there you go. Brasilia got it sorted in the end. Rio, they are getting it sorted now.
Alpaca 428 clearance.
Oh, guys, come on. That's 3 of you now.
Alpaca 428 ready
There you
for
go.
clearance.
Yeah, they're getting it sorted now. We now have got delivering ground online. They're processing it slowly. Yes, they underestimated the Alpaca lips. Classic mistakes. Absolutely.
Departure at red.
The thing is, don't get frustrated. It's not the controller's fault. I mean, in hindsight, I really stressed. I mean, I organised a members group flight the same way every month. A week before the event, I asked for ATC. I got a response on the same day, last Saturday. They said they'll get as much ATC as they can. I always explain it's busy. We've got a lot of aircraft. We always appreciate clearance, ground and tower. It's usually what's needed.
Ground 121.6 thanks a lot. Alpaca 428.
It's just a simple fact that this controller
Alpaca 782
is not used to the amount of traffic, because we've had group flights with this amount of traffic with just a tower controller, and sometimes the tower controllers are incredible. They can whittle off clearance, taxi, takeoff, landing clearances at once with this amount of traffic with no sweat at all. They can do it no problem. Others are not quite as experienced as that. Exactly as Brandon M has pointed out, English isn't their first language, so that's also understandable. Secondly, I don't think in Brazil they're used to this amount of traffic. So it's a combination of factors that can affect the kind of level of service, let's say.
Alpaca 72, read back correct, contact ground 121.65.
Matams, I was somehow lucky, ETA, same, just 4 U's, number 5, and Tower Sunny gave me clearance halfway there. Exactly, a bit of luck in there as well. Some people haven't been as affected, but most of us have. There's the Challenger 650 going, 492 X-ray. I'm guessing it's a 650.
074, ciente número 2 para autorização.
Same in real life, Ben. London to German controllers, they are amazing. Yeah, we've done a group flight before, and it was just a tower line, and I thought, uh-oh, but he did everything. He just whittled off the clearances, ground taxi, takeoff, like it was no issue whatsoever. Also, yeah, Luca, yeah, well, there is some other traffic taking advantage of ATC. Majority of it, obviously, is Alpacas, but I've heard a lot of people speaking Portuguese. Yeah, like, there's a goal there, there's a whatever a TIB
Alpaca
is.
34 Delta, okay, I called you a few times, ready to copy?
That's it.
Okay, Alpaca 34 Delta, you are cleared to Brasilia Airport, flight plan route. Flight level 340.
But not that much, Luca. Maybe there's been 4 or 5 other aircraft.
Rad 1 Alpha departure, squawk 3635.
Ruben, oh boy, might have taken your pack of playing cards with you.
Alpaca 34 Delta, read back correct, contact ground 121.65 and ready for push and start.
So we should be at number 2 and number 3 now to get our clearance. People are pushing back now, that's a plus. Yeah, there is some movement there. I mean, if you look at the VATSIM map, there's just massive gaps between getting airborne. Look, so there's one, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 aircraft, 5, plus the goal there, 6, plus what one taking off. So there's a bit of movement now. There was a period.
And next one in line is Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. Are you ready to copy?
Ready to copy, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. Go, 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 go!
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, you're cleared to Brasilia. Flight plan route, flight level 380. Your departure will be runway 10. FRAD 1 Alpha departure, squawk 3126.
Cleared to Brasilia, runway 10. Flight level 380, FRAD 1 Alpha, squawk 3126. Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo.
25 Bravo Romeo, read back correct, contact ground 121.65 and ready for push and start. Have a nice flight.
121.65 Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, and we don't regard. Perfect. There we are, back to ground.
Alpaca 29 Hotel, is that you, sir?
Affirm, sir.
So I'll put 380.
Roger, stand by.
380 set. Squawk in, which is 3126.
Hotel, you're clear to taxi to runway 10 via taxi Yankee 1, Lima 1, Mike and Papa. And report for the short runway 10.
Good thing that will happen out of this. I'm sure Brazil AT will learn from this. They'll be like, oh, if they have anyone else try to do a group flight, then they need a lot more people. We got a clearance, can I have a whoop whoop in chat?
Alpaca 492 X-ray, contact now Galeão Tower on 118.20. Have a nice flight 492 X-ray.
This is what we needed from the start.
492 X-ray 118.2. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Alpaca 438, is that standard 44, request push and start, please.
The aircraft that report are ready to taxi again, aircraft fine, sir.
Very good, that's excellent from ATC. Prioritising the traffic that needs taxiing before the pushback.
Alpaca 3 Kilo Alpha. You are clear to taxi to runway 10 after the Airbus 321 that is passing now at your left wing. So follow him via taxi Yankee 1, Lima 1, Mike.
That's what you want,
Papa.
follow.
Report for the short runway 10, Alpaca 3 Kilo Alpha.
Taxiing to holding point runway 10 behind the Airbus on the left.
I'm sure they will, Andy.
Taxi route Yankee 2, Lima 1
to be fair to them,
Mike
they didn't say please provide any feedback. So yeah, the feedback will be, you know, not one of like a shame or oh that was annoying. You know, yes, we've had to wait for an hour, but it's an hour for me anyway. An hour stream. Just imagine I've been doing an hour flight. It doesn't affect me personally. I fully appreciate you guys have other things to do in the evening, and you might base your flight here, and it's not been great, but you know, it's for them to learn. That's what the feedback is, to
be aware
improve
with
the
the
experience.
Boeing 737-800 that is in front of you. He's starting to taxi, so follow him, okay, sir? He's just to your right side. Just follow him. Maintain your position and
Perfect.
expect the
That's the
start
clearance
of
order here.
taxi
Just
of,
follow the traffic ahead.
The Boeing
I hope he doesn't make a mistake.
737-800, Alpaca 29 Hotel.
Alpaca 29 Hotel, copy traffic and we'll follow the company 737. Alpaca 29 Hotel. Alpaca
203 autorizado táxi a ponto de espera da 10 via taxi Yankee 1, Lima 2, Kilo, Mike e Papa. Acusa no ponto de espera da 10, 2036.
There we are. That's a 1 hour late. I think that might be the longest I've ever had to push back on a Mog F. I think Vienna, the Vienna one was definitely the second, was the busiest before this. That was about the same, 45 minutes to an hour delay. Extreme for an hour and a half.
Alpaca 1, correction, Alpaca 2, Alpha Mike.
See again your call sign slowly, sir. You are too fast. I'm speaking.
Yeah, so remember these guys, English isn't their native language, so you do have to speak everything
by text, sir, please.
clear and concise.
Alpaca 782, requesting taxi.
Absolutely, Luca. As long as they make this a learning experience and improve for future groups who may want to organise with them, absolutely, that's it. And I'll share feedback with them of that. And I'll show you guys what I said. It'll be nothing negative or
Yankee 1, Lima 1, Mike and Papa, report
an angst or
runway 10, Alpaca 78.
what's what I'm looking for. They just look, guys, this is a situation we had to wait a very long time on the ground.
Tower 108.2,
thank you for the
Alpaca 2
ATC.
Cisco. Thank you, bye-bye.
To make it better, this is what I suggest.
Alpaca 2 Alpha Mike, now I have your...
Let's do a sing-along in this group flight.
For information, we have an Airbus at
we'll play I Spy.
As long as he passes you, I will...
I do an I Spy. I Spy might lie something beginning with C. That's a nice easy one.
Galeão Intl, Alpaca 673, request to start shift 29.
The left side, reporting is ready to taxi at 2 Alpha Mike.
Concrete. No, I wasn't actually thinking that, but there's a big lump of concrete ahead of us. What is that? I think it's a spotlight. Yeah, it's very interesting. Ground, muito obrigado. Hello, Alpaca 25, Bravo Romeo, stand 132, request push to start. Why did I say muito obrigado? It means thank you very much.
Alpaca 25 Bravo, left down, sir. You're clear to start and push to the left side. Report ready to taxi, Alpaca 25 Bravo.
Push start approved, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, and just that's to confirm to face the nose to the left, so facing east.
Roger to Cockpit, please show me where you want to go, sir.
My reference says you are just facing out to southwest, west southwest. So your tail is to the left side and you are going to face to the northwest. 25 Bravo Romeo.
Understood, thank you. Right, so it's going to
Alpaca
be this
428
way.
is at stand 44, request push and start, please.
I said muito obrigado, which means...
So is now connected and bypass pin is secured.
Yeah, I had
Please release parking brake.
You're clear to start and push.
Off.
Sorry, sir. You're clear to start and push.
Add collision lights on, parking brake is set, transponder out off, and we'll do the checks below the line.
Before start checklist below the line. Air conditioning packs.
Off.
Anti-collision light.
On.
Parking brake.
Set.
Transponder.
Alt off.
Before start checklist completed.
There we are, parking brake's released. We're on our way, guys. 1 hour, 5 minutes late. Clouds!
Starting pushback now, and you may start your engine.
Stefan, that is correct, it was clouds. That was why I was spying, why I didn't lie.
93.
6793. Roger, sir.
Finally on
Are you ready to start and push? 6793.
Yes, affirmative. Alpaca 673.
Absolutely plain. We should all remember that they're still offering an outstanding service that we wouldn't want to miss. We're all in it for the fun after all. Absolutely.
Okay, start and push, Mr. 8.
N2. Yeah, I don't want to hear people saying they're getting angry. If you're getting angry, just log off.
Romeo, request taxi, please.
Now, Galeão Tower on
Oh look, we're in a bit of a queue here, take off a line. N2.
Alpaca 3 Kilo Alpha, contact Galeão Tower on 118.20.
Oil pressure, N1.
118.2, Alpaca 3 Kilo Alpha. Thank you for your service, bye-bye.
Alpaca 6 Oscar Romeo, request taxi, Tower on 118.20, 29 Hotel.
So busy.
Tower 118.2.
Oh Ben, on the big TV now, we're moving, we're on our way.
Alpaca 782, contact now Galeão Tower on 118.20.
Sonic out, watch number 2.
Alpaca 782.
118.20, Alpaca 782. Thank you, bye-bye.
Alpaca 317, request taxi.
Alpaca,
Operation completed. Please set parking brake.
Correct.
Disconnecting tow. Please stand by.
taxi to runway
Head 2.
10 via taxi Yankee
Oil
2,
pressure.
Lima
Head 1.
1, Mike and Papa. Report holding short runway 10317.
Roger, taxi to runway 10 Yankee 2 Lima 1, Mike and Papa on report when ready for departure. Alpaca 317.
Excellent. It feels great when you've had a big delay like that. It feels great when you finally get away.
Chama agora a torre Galeão em 118.20. Voo 2036.
Just gonna get the flow done now. We usually wait until we see the pin, just to keep it shut on the road. Flight controls, full back, full forward, left and right.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on your left, sir. See you next time and have a safe flight.
Very cool. And then, we need to do the before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
Alpaca
AP.
6 Oscar Romeo,
Off.
request taxi please.
Start switches.
Continuous.
Probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
So love this checklist now, it's wicked.
Air conditioning.
Work.
Pax auto bleeds on.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Flaps.
Flaps 5 required. Selected green light.
Style trim.
Set.
Start lever.
Idle detent.
Flight control.
Checked.
Recall.
Checked.
Before taxi checklist completed.
Beautiful.
Taxi runway 10 by Yankee 2, Lima 1, Mike and Papa. Overtake the aircraft in front to the right.
That's what I
and
hear.
Wilco, Alpaca 6 Oscar
Overtake it.
Romeo.
Ground Alpaca 428 is at stand 44. Request push and start, please.
6 Oscar Romeo.
Sorry, could you say again, Alpaca 6 Oscar Romeo? That was blocked.
It was.
Just follow the aircraft that just passed you now. An Airbus 320 of your company. 6 Oscar Romeo.
Roger, follow company A320, Alpaca 6 Oscar Romeo.
Why is there a yoke in jack cam? Yeah, I know. What's this yoke? What's the point of having the yoke cam? Where's
The
just
aircraft
a
that
jack
report
cam?
ready to taxi again, sir.
Alpaca 6.
Hal, are we going to get some Alpaca Air Miles to make up for the delay? Yes. Free refreshments. Alpaca milk. Berlin flight, how come you don't have simultaneous transmissions blocking each other out with the buzzing noise? I think that's just VATSIM. In reality, yeah, you just get this awful squelch. But here you can just actually real life traffic, there's always been background static.
Alpaca 6793. Ground Alpaca 428 is at stand 44. Request push and start, please.
The aircraft that you have report ready to position. Standby. Break. Alpaca 2 Alpha Mike. Do you copy Galeão ground, sir? 2 Alpha Mike.
We didn't call Alpaca 2 Alpha Mike, but we are ready for taxi.
Ready to taxi, sir?
Yeah, we're ready to taxi Alpaca 2 Alpha Mike.
Roger. 2 Alpha Mike. You're clear to taxi to runway 10 via taxi Yankee 1, Lima 1, Mike and Papa. Just follow the Boeing 737-800 that is passing at your right side now, sir. Report holding short 1810.
He's having a racelet with the GPU car. What the hell? It's just coincidental, I think.
Okay, we're clear to taxi Yankee 1, Lima 1, Mike, Papa, and we'll follow the 737-800 and report out 10 Alpaca to Alpha Mike.
There's the aircraft that's a reporter ready to start and push again now, sir.
Don't go too far,
Alpaca 468 at stand 44. Request push and start.
Say again, sir, your transmission was with interference. Say again, please.
Alpaca 428 at stand 44, waiting for push and start.
Alpaca 428, we are cleared to start and push the tail to the right. Reporter ready to taxi 428.
Clear to push and start to the right. Report ready to taxi Alpaca 428.
Ground Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, request taxi.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. Roger, so just maintain your position and stand by for another aircraft that is passing next to you, okay? Break. 6793, you're clear to overtake the aircraft in front of you. To the right side,
Outrageous.
and continue your taxi. 6793.
we're taking aircraft responsibility.
How'd you get this 6793 in your sunken
Alpaca
737?
25 Bravo Romeo. You have an aircraft at Boeing 737 now passing to your right side. As long as he passes you, you are clear to follow him via taxiways Yankee 1, Lima 1, Mike and Papa. Report holding short 1810, 25 Bravo Romeo.
Once the company traffic Alpaca 6793 has passed, we'll follow him. Yankee 1, Lima 1, Mike, Papa, hold short runway 10, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. Obrigado. Perfect.
Alpaca 317, you copy Galeão ground 317.
Unbelievable, 6793. Unbelievable. Right, let's go. We're moving, guys, under our own power. That's going to be a record. 1 hour 42 minutes streaming. There's the config. And we're finally taxiing. My goodness, I've had stream
Tower
viewers
118.20, Alpaca 6 Oscar Romeo. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Ground Alpaca 34 Delta, stand 134, fully ready for push.
We're on our way, guys.
Alpaca 3F4 Delta.
So company traffic already on Yankee 1. There's Lima 1 coming up, and then Mike is the first right.
Report your tail, you bleed to the left side. Report ready to taxi 34 Delta.
This is preposterous. He was in a Boeing though. If he was in an Airbus, I don't think we'll open a hub here anytime soon, guys.
Alpaca 317. You copy Galeão ground 317.
This ground guy's got it moving though. Ground and clearance got it moving.
Report when we are ready for departure on runway 10, Alpaca 317.
Roger, change your squawk code now to 3630 317.
Squawk 3630 and 4, Alpaca 317.
That's correct, sir, and contact now Galeão Tower on 118.20.
Beautiful. Brasilia centers back on. Excellent.
Have a nice flight, Alpaca 317.
1182, thanks for the service and stay healthy, Alpaca 317.
Galeão ground, hello. Alpaca 1 Hotel Whiskey, stand 128, request push and start up.
Ooh! What's going on? Oh no! I know what has happened. He's got the issue with the ortho, hasn't he? He's got the bridge ortho issue. Oh, no. Yes. If you don't make that fix, your aircraft sort of falls down this hole or goes up it in this case. Oh. I can't wait to hear this on the radio.
Push the start to the left, copy the traffic, and the Wilco Alpaca 1.
I hope it works for me. I did test it. I went over it in a Cessna.
Alpaca 2 Alpha Mike, in contact now Galeão Tower on 118.20. Have a nice flight to Alpha Mike.
118.2, Alpaca.
So yeah, I had to do this all with the ortho tile I'm using. I had to do an ortho mesh fix as well.
Or no?
Alpaca 6793. Do you copy Galeão ground 6793?
I think he's gone. I think he's disconnected.
I think so too. But Captain, just maintain your position just for a minute, just for us to make sure he's not going to get online just over you, okay? So just maintain your position for a minute. 25 Bravo Romeo.
No problem, holding position, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. Oh no, what happened? Well, obviously it's to do with that bridge, because there is a scenery. If you have Ortho 4XP, you've got to download the custom mesh, otherwise you've got this funky bridge that you could basically smash into, and it's like it registers it as a crash. That's why I do these test sectors for him. David Blade is out again. Absolutely do. Alright guys, ATC's it's been a bit turbulent, but I've enjoyed it. We've been here an hour 45 minutes. It's been a laugh. I've had a good laugh. For me, anyway, personally, I don't mind doing this every month. And the thing is, we've done some good today, Alpaca Airways. Brazil ATC will look at this and go, ooh, we could have done a bit better. We'll make sure next time, when we have another group flight this size, that we get a bit more people, or we can try a bit better.
Alpaca 34 Delta, copy Galeão ground.
Alpaca 34 Delta.
Alpaca 34 Delta, your new squawk now is 3623, 34 Delta.
Confirm 3623.
He's gone.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. Now, sir, you're clear to continue your taxi. I'm sure the other trucker is not going to get online over you. So continue your taxi and report over Papa Taxiway 25 Bravo Romeo.
Let's copy, continue taxi, and we'll call approaching Papa Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. Excellent.
Round Alpaca 4.
Oh no, that was you, ADS Legends. Oh, you noticed Julia pop up. See, now with webcam, my streams are so much more flexible.
Aircraft is report ready to taxi again. Your call sign, sir.
Alpaca 428.
There we are, Papa. And our clearance was Mike Papa, so we'll make a left
You're
here.
clear to taxi to runway 10 via taxiways Yankee 1, Lima 2, Kilo, Mike and Papa. Report holding short.
And there we are, we've got some aircraft at the whole point in the queue. That's what we needed.
Clear to taxi to runway 10 via Yankee.
Oh, ADS Legends, yeah, I guess you didn't have the bridge fixed.
Mike,
Oh, man.
Papa.
It was funny, because you did end up in the sky.
10 Alpaca 428.
At Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo on the Papa taxiway.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, contact now Galeão Tower on 118.20. Have a nice flight, 25 Bravo Romeo.
At 11820, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. Obrigado, bon dia. Perfect. Over to Tower is who we were with at the start of the day. And we'll check in and say we're fully ready. ADS Legends didn't get the scenery installed right, kind of annoying. But at least you'll be immortalised on this stream as the aircraft that, in front of me, jumped into the air and was exterminated by the bridge. In fact, I might even make a meme out of it. So I'll get the screenshot of the bridge and I'll put RIP ADS Legends. Unlucky, buddy. I'm sorry. Don't worry. You can always join in on the next one. And whenever I'm doing any other streams, you know, on VATSIM all the time, always feel free to join those as well. But yeah, sorry to hear that, man. 2 tons are going to have to do a quick offline ninja sleep to avoid the bridge. Yeah, the bridge of death.
Gol 2036, fora de solo no minuto 48 da hora. Contate agora o controle Rio 119.35.
Did we just have an aircraft disappear offline again as well?
Chama o controle Rio 119.35. Obrigado, boa tarde, bom evento aí, tamo junto.
Right, best do the before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist to the line. Config.
Checked.
Flaps.
Flaps 5 set, green light.
Stab trim.
Set.
Takeoff briefing.
So, we've got Pax auto bleeds on, V speed set for departure, 31, 32, 40 sets, and we've got this set in the PFD. The departure is going to be the Everad 1 Alpha via ENSOD transition, climbing flight level 380, NADP.
Alpaca 217, winds 150 degrees, 13 knots, runway 10, clear for takeoff. Alpaca 317.
That's it, reviewed.
Runway 10, clear for takeoff, Alpaca 317.
Reviewed.
Cabin.
Secured.
Before takeoff checklist complete to the line.
Excellent, ready. Yeah, I think someone went offline. Tower, Boatard, Alpaca 25, Bravo, Romeo. We're holding short of Papa, runway 10. We're ready for departure in sequence.
Alpaca 25, Bravo, Romeo, good evening again. Did you say boa tarde? You are number 3 for departure, stand by.
I did, that's my Portuguese exhausted though. Very good. He was surprised by that.
Alpaca 2, Alpha Mike, line up and wait, runway 10, line up and wait. Alpaca 2, Alpha Mike.
Line up and wait, runway 10, Alpha.
Yeah, away. Berlin flight. On one of my first group flights, I was dumb enough to push back without starting the APU, so the GPU auto disconnected and I was sitting there with no power. Berlin flight, I'll put my hands up, not real life thankfully, because it's quite difficult to push back with the GPU connected still in reality. But in a sim I have done that, definitely on a stream in the past. That's for sure. Almost at the runway go, we'd nearly made it. 1 hour 50 minutes. Hey, at least we'll be airborne in less than 2 hours. It's all cool.
Alpaca 317, you airborne, minute 50. Contact now. Hill approach 119.35.
119.25 for Alpaca 317.
Mega. Don't forget, this is an untested version of the Zero mod, a non-public version. 351.19H, which is just mainly little bug fixes. Hopefully I won't have an engine overheat like Jam did. What check? I'm flying the Challenger 60 and your speed indications and captain size stopped working. Oh dear, had to swap your ADG over to 2. So that's like having airspeed unreliable, and in the 737, if you find out you have a working side, you can change your source over. I can't remember. Well, you just simply
Alpaca 2 Alpha Mike
don't use the working side. So I think that's the same thing you do. You got help for the Hot Start Discord. Yeah, they're very good. Toto and Graham and a lot of the other devs there, very good. When I got an early access copy prior to the stream, I did a lot of preparation for that stream, and they were very helpful at answering any queries I had. That aircraft has so much. There's been quite an update for it as well, quite a big update too. We're next, guys, unless there's anyone on short final. I think probably the first Alpacas can't be too far away from Brasilia. Final looks good. Let's have a look on the map. Oh, they're coming in though, look. Oh, there's an Alpaca 117. That's an interesting direction you're going. Don't tell me you're having to hold Alpaca 117. Oh, dear.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, line up and wait, runway 10. Line up and wait. Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo.
Runway 10, line up and wait, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. They do indeed like to repeat things.
Alpaca 37 Mike is established ILS 115.
Ah, there we are. So their first arrivals are coming into Brasilia. They're established
30 Alpaca 30 Mike, say again.
Alpaca 30 Mike is fully established ILS 15.
Anyway, below the line.
Winds 150 degrees, 13 knots, runway 15 clear to land. Alpaca 30 Mike.
Clear climb 15, Alpaca 30 Mike.
Excellent.
Before takeoff checklist below the line. MCP.
Set.
Transponder.
TARA.
Strobe lights.
On.
Landing lights.
On.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
Excellent.
Alpaca 2 Alpha Mike, you're airborne, minute 53, contact now. Hill approach 119.35.
There's a bit of a pad slider.
119.35, Alpaca 2 Alpha. Thanks, yeah, Alpaca 2.
Good flight.
I did have some music on in the background, very quiet, but I have now turned it off. And we'll hand fly as much of this as possible as well for your entertainment.
Alpaca 30 Mike, apologies, going out.
Oh, sorry.
Alpaca 30 Mike, contact Hill approach 119.
Oh, someone's going around. Oh dear, that's not going to help.
119.35, Alpaca 30 Mike.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, winds 150 degrees with 13 knots, runway 10 clear for takeoff. Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo.
Right, 10 cleared, takeoff, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. We have been cleared for takeoff, ladies and gentlemen. Toga's in chat. Timing has started. 40%. A little bit more. There we are. That's all stabilised. Push Toga. Set takeoff thrust. There we are. Takeoff thrust set. Indications normal. Checked, released forward pressure. So a bit of a crosswind from the right, so left rudder to maintain centre line, putting the aileron a little bit into wind, but not too much.
1074, good evening. Galeão Tower, you are number 2 for departure, stand by,
code
code 1074.
There's deadband. There we are. Airborne. And gears coming up. There we are. I remembered where it was today.
Code 1074, line up and wait, runway 10. Line up and wait, code 1074.
A beautiful sight. The Alpaca Airways 737. 1,000 feet, bugging up. It's this little knob, it's very slow to respond. Like, you have to rotate it quite slowly, but it does eventually move. Speed check flaps 1.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo airborne, minute 56, contact now. Hill approach 119.35. Have a good flight, Captain. Boa tarde.
119.250, and thank you so much to the ATC Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. See you soon. Bye. And flaps up. And Rio departures, Boitard, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo on the Everyone Alpha, passing 3,300, flight level 380. Get the volume up. What was that frequency? Oh, 350, wrong frequency there. Ah. Let's go VNAV now. Blame Jim. So VNAV, we're going to accelerate, set standards. Have to trim nose down as we accelerate. Rio departures, Boitard Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo on an Everyone Alpha, passing 52 for flight level 380.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, leaving climb at the level 200 ignition via Evrad 1 Alpha departure.
Flight level 200 on the Evrad 1 Alpha Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. So I need to trim nose down here. There we are. So getting trim for 250 knots. 200 is our new cleared level, which is set now. There we are. Do you have to take off checklist? So gears off, the brakes off, start switches off, taxi light off, air conditioning and pressurization 3-0 and set. There we are. I have to take off checklist.
Right 0 for 0 and descend 6,000 feet
and
to 10,5.
After takeoff checklist, air conditioning and pressurization.
Lars even. That is set.
Set.
Engine start switches.
Off.
Landing gear.
Up and off.
Auto brake.
Off.
Flaps.
Up, no lights.
Altimeters.
That's standard set. Passing 90, flight level 200.
Set.
After takeoff checklist completed.
Excellent. So they're all in trim look in the turn. Remember, in the 737, you don't use any rudder in the turn like you do in a light aircraft or a glider. No rudder required at all. It's just pitch and roll. There's our acceleration points are smoothly pitched down onto the flight directors as it bugs the econ climb speed at 290 knots.
110, clear to start LS Romeo 15.
Well, that lovely author I downloaded, and I'm enjoying using the yoga. It's really fun.
Final approach 110, clear the LS
Much lighter than the real aircraft, but the inputs I'm making are comparable. And you have to trim, as you accelerate, trim into the new speeds. Beautiful. Smoothly trim, so as you roll wings level, you often have to push nose down because the nose wants to come up. Once you're in trim again, there you go, in trim. Really nice. Just pitch up slightly, get back on the flight directors and re-trim. Beautiful. There we are. Command.
Rio, good afternoon, Alpaca
130,
level up 110.
Fuel, 4 pumps. We'll put the 2 center pumps on now to get that little bit of fuel there. Lights coming off. Engines off, pressurization 4.5 and set. Release passengers.
as an approach, RLS 15 and QNH 1012, Alpaca 1302.
Yeah, pre-cruise checks complete. We're on our way, guys. Took some time.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo reapproach.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, go ahead.
Contact Rio, correct 119
So, 119.000, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. Obrigado. Perfect.
You're vectoring. You're now 5 miles behind traffic. That's 12 o'clock. Turn right now. Turn right now to avoid collision.
Don't know what I did there. I must have knocked the trim wheel, I think.
Yeah, we are heading 250, but somehow my bus just turned left and captured Elna for no reason. I don't know what happened. Sorry about that, Alpaca 112.
Uh-oh.
No
Monster.
problem, no problem. You just turn right for now, heading
There's all the traffic going into Rio.
You can re-intercept the LNAV on Vacu.
Alpaca 2 Alpha Mike.
Just to avoid collision, you're about 5 miles.
Oh, I check in at monsters causing collisions.
Understood, we'll just go for now, heading 270 and that's all.
For monster.
Pop Alpha Golf 1015, just going to maintain level 140.
Is Jack taking a nap? Yeah, I'll be in the lounge on the sofa at the moment. He's laying on one of the sofas with got a blanket on it.
Alpaca 1 Echo Delta, expect holding pattern at Uchinug position. Holding pattern at Uchinug position, uniform Tango, November uniform. Go, at the left, holding pattern. They said to maintain
is that traffic into Rio?
160.
Yeah, descending.
Expect ILS Romeo running 15.
Expecting holding at Uchinug, flight level 160 and expecting runway 15, Alpaca 1 Echo Delta.
Papa Alpha Golf, you approach, turn left, heading 090.
Try and check in when this guy gets a little bit of a break. I think we can.
Turn left, heading
I think everyone can expect holds.
0, descend to 140, Papa Alpha Golf 1015.
That sounds Brazilian guy actually. What's this guy called? Is it Brasilia Center? I'm not sure. I'll just say
Alpaca 30 Juliet Sierra, maintain level 110.
Descend and maintain flight level 110, Alpaca 30 Juliet Sierra.
Alpaca 117, Alpaca 117, turn right, heading 090.
That sounds like avoidance section.
Heading 090, Alpaca 117.
Alpaca 317, contact Curitiba 12675.
So I think that's the next centre, isn't it? Could be
Alpaca 317, you up in this frequency?
Oh, Alpaca 317, hello.
Alpaca 2 Alpha Mike, contact Curitiba, frequency 12675.
There's 200.
126.75, Alpaca 2 Alpha Mike, taxi now 5.
Radar, Boitard, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. Maintaining flight level 200, inbound to NSOD, requesting 380 for cruise, please.
Say again, the last call sign?
It's Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo.
25 Bravo Romeo, for now maintain level 220 and stand by for 50 check.
Roger, just confirm that's to maintain flight level 200 or climb flight level 220.
220.
Roger, climb flight level 220, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. It's a little bit confusing because he said
1015,
maintain flight level 220, so I wasn't sure if we wanted to maintain that or we can climb that, but we'll climb. VNAV.
Turn left, heading 360, Papa Alpha Golf 1015.
Rio, hello, Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo, maintaining flight level 200 inbound to Buxton, request level.
There we are. That's, I went.
Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo Curitiba, correction, you approach, clock ident, expect holding pattern.
The source of this ortho is ARC. Everyone said in chat use, or the ortho chat, use ARC. The source looks absolutely incredible for this entire sector. I mean, ARC as a source I'm going to use more often, I think. I don't know how good their coverage is worldwide generally, but...
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, contact Curitiba, frequency 12675.
126.75, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. Obrigado.
De nada.
126.75. How do you pronounce this place?
Turn right heading 160, resume navigation on 547.
That's Aaron, I think, recognised those. Radar Boitard, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, climbing flight level 220, inbound to Ednam.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, good afternoon, approach Barcelona, Squawk Cadent and climb flight level 340.
Squawk Cadent, climb flight level 340, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. So 340, squawking ident. And it definitely works, you can see an X-pilot, the ident.
Alpaca 9 Michael Sierra, and good afternoon, approach Barcelona. Squawk Cadent, prepare you, T-Bone 2 Alpha, arrival for runway 15, report right for descent.
Sam Heaton, it's based on ArcGIS, which is what I assume it is.
Center, Linear 1273,
oh, Jamlin, you've had a sim crash. Oh dear. Sam, Arc is always better, I expect, than Google Maps or whatever the other options are. Yeah, Bing is the other option. Bing's quite good, to be fair. I mean, most of the time, in some areas, it's quite cloudy, but generally, it's a safe option. Some things I did notice about ARC, the resolution, even if it's zoom level 17, I mean this is 15 on route I'm using now, which is fine, but 17 on ARC doesn't seem to be as clear as say 17 for Bing.
Then confirm mic number please.
John, you're down taxiing, nice flight, loved it, Captain. I remember you going, John, about an hour before I left. Amazing, thanks guys. So yeah, you know, it's obviously for some people the experience has been not as enjoyable as other group flights, and I apologise for that. I mean, ATC, we've had ATC, and that's all. I'm just very thankful to have that. I don't think they were quite ready for the Alpacalypse, some of the controllers, but the fact is, they have managed to get most of us away that stayed online. They've done it. The delay for me was about 1 hour, which is a lot, but the thing is, I can relate to this in real life. This happens in real life when there's that amount of traffic with that capacity, so you know, it's not like it's that bad. Everyone involved will have learned from the experience. I've learned from the experience, and the members have learned from the experience, as will the controllers as well. So for me, I've enjoyed it anyway. Brandon, download Zoom level 16 for the entire route. Didn't take long, it looks like 1 hour. Looks like 1 hour 30 minutes. Yeah, generally actually depends on the source. Zoom level 15 for me en route. This is 15. It's cloudy here. Let's jump out the airplane. That's zoom level 15 here, which from this altitude looks absolutely fine.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, reduce speed to minimums.
And the download size of those tiles is about half a gig, whereas zoom level 16 was it 2 gig or something like that? 1 or 2 gig, and 7's about 8 gig, and then 17's about that. 7 or 8 gig, isn't it? And then at 18 it gets very silly, the file sizes. So if you use Bing, Arc, Google, and USA2, personally like Geo2. It's Geo2's Google, isn't it? I've never actually used Google, especially because there's 0 clouds in there. Not everywhere though, I've had Google with clouds before. Oh, Jamlin, you're down. Jamlin, you don't have a huge success rate for group flights, because I certainly remember in the past you saying you've had problems. Oh dear. Oh. I haven't mentioned it once today, but don't forget, if you have taken part in the group flight today, you've all been entered into the giveaway, which I will do after we've landed in Brasilia. And we'll roll that. And of course, if you have won that, you get the choice of the. If you're in the UK, you can have the Amazon gift cards. Anywhere else, the $50 Explain gift store card, or any add-on you want. It might not need to be in that Explain store. But I'm happy to transfer the monetary value to you. It's like $50, £50, don't worry about it. Get sorted. Challenger 650 doesn't quite fall into that category. You need to win 2 giveaways for that. It's expensive. I will do a giveaway for that aircraft though. I want to do a bit more of a dedicated stream for it.
Aircraft flying for Brasilia is unfortunately turning off now. Speak to Unicorn, want to do this night. Have a nice flight, and thank you very much. Bye bye.
Jack's just come in again. I wasn't sure if the ATC was at me. I think it might be over to you to come. He's going to come on the webcam again. Jack, come here then. Sit back a bit here. Come on then. Up. There we go. Oh, yes. I think Ben Matthews' wife wanted to say hello. What's this here? Here? Oh, you're going to get my ugly mug in the face. Oh, don't get. Oh, he's doing that now. Come on, up, up. No, not interested anymore. It's because I don't have any peanut butter. Come on then. Up, up, up. Oh, good boy. Jack. And what's this here, look? Oh, no, that's my face. Oh! Got a massive kiss. I'm trying to get him to come forward a bit, but he's not that interesting because I don't have food. I have got peanut butter. Hold on, let me just grab the peanut butter. 2 seconds. I've got some peanut butter. Oh no, don't tread on that, Jack. That's a safety pin. Ooh. This will get his attention. Ooh, what's this? Yeah. Come on then, up. Now I can get him to go right in front of the camera. Good boy. No, I don't. Ah! Okay. Some more. Maybe I should just put peanut butter on the webcam. Up.
1,000 to go.
I presume ATC did cool. There you go. His little grey beard. Here, look. I don't have any. Look, here. He's just interested in getting it down there. Go on then, on your bed. On your bed. He's now under the desk. They didn't. Thanks, Greg. Well, there's 3-4. It's very quiet, the frequency. Oh, centre's just gone off, has he? Ah. I'm having a look at the VATSIM map. Oh, yeah. So, you can see the nice little line. You can tell where you can tell, looking on the VATSIM map, guys, where sort of Rio got it all sorted out, because look at the Brasilia guys. Most of the Brasilia guys are in the landing process now. They're landing at the moment, but we've really got quite a strong conga line leaving Rio now. It just took a while for everyone to get going. It's a really it looks really cool on the VATSIM map. We'll take a screenshot. There we are. Alright, now I'll go. I will. Brasilia has had connection problems. Okay. So I will go. Should I stay on 11900 or go over to 122.5? I'll stay on this frequency just in case they come back online. They're definitely offline now. I might just continue climb up to 380 myself. There's traffic 10 miles ahead. Oh god. I mean, I'm essentially on Unicom now. There we are. 380 set once on the MCP 3 times as well. Oh, sensor now looks like it's coming back on. Okay. We'll just say we continue climbing without clearance. Beautiful. I'm catching up on the group flight chat, guys. You guys have been chatting away. Oh dear. So I guess the guy in Brasilia sounded very nervous. Oh, poor guy. To be fair to VATSIM Brazil, they did say, you know, straight ahead they were a little bit nervous and things. So I said, oh, yeah, relax. But, yeah, it's key thing is we've had ATC today. Lee, great flight captain, finally got in after a go around. I think I heard you, Lee. Lee, I heard you going around. Whilst you went around, Lee, we were just taking off. I'm guessing you landed in Rio just there. According to VATSIM text chat, it says switch to Unicom. Oh, okay. Let me have a look here. Centre. Kurabich is now disconnecting. All switch to Unicom 122.8. Attention for reapproach on call on arrival. Okay, very good. I shall Unicom over. There we are. Ruben, how old is Jack, by the way? He will be 7 next month. Some venting, I noticed the group flight chat. It's fine, guys. I'll make a post afterwards. ADS Legends, you're welcome for the content. Just read that. Yeah, got to jump up in your bridge. Anyway, look, 380, we're here, all in trim. This, as I mentioned, is a pre-release version of the mod, but I've just noticed there's a small oscillation in pitch. Can you see that? Now, is that the zero mod or is that active sky? I think that could be the mod. We've got a little bit of an oscillation here in pitch. How do I get the flight controls options? I don't have it selected for now. So we've got systems. There's a little bit of pitch here. Not sure what it's doing here, so let's just check. Let's go for config. Do like the blue-green mix now, that's pretty cool. Config, hardware maybe, no. Display variants up here. Systems. Gauge, forceful switch, no smoking. It's not the systems. Displays maybe? Yes. Moen, you just got referred to as a heavy in the Dash 8, love it. There we are, LTU flight control, yes. Oh, it seems to have smoothed out now. Yeah, look, it's smooth now. I was just wanting to see what's going on, but look, there's no input in the elevator being made. It's probably just a little bit jumpy, up and down. John, you need a beer and dinner now. Very good. Actually, I could have a beer. My standby is no longer. I actually don't have any. Eddie Mambo, 6 months as a member, thanks buddy. Thanks for your stream and your patience, Captain. Keep up the good job. Quick question. How do you read or manually adjust the pressure gauges? Eddie, are you referring pressure gauges? What are you exactly referring to there? Are you referring to how to change the QNH? Your QNH hectopascals? Or are you referring to pressure changes or pressure gauges with regards to setting your minima? Or pressure as in to do with the pressurization? Not sure which bit you're referring to, but I will do my best once I receive additional information to answer your question. Lee, I think they'll get overwhelmed with the amount of traffic, but they still did a great job, absolutely, as well. So yeah, I'm happy with the ATC we got. It was very challenging for them, especially the tower controller, but they did it. They managed to move 60 aircraft, at least, from A to B. Not speaking their second language, and I don't think they'll have that amount of traffic often. So yeah, they did it. That's the main thing. They passed. Great C. The pressure, cabin pressure gauges. Yes, Eddie. So, how do you read manually adjust? So we'll talk about the pressurization now in the 737. So it is an old system. but it works. Pressurization is controlled by using something called the outflow valve, Eddie. So if I jump outside here, there we go. You see here, there's a little hole. You see how the outflow valve is closed, or pretty much closed. How pressurization is controlled, we control the amount of air leaving the aircraft, which is pressurized. So in the ground, you'll see when you next fly on a 737, this will be fully open, and as we climb, the outflow valve will automatically close. It's controlled by a pressurization computer. There's two. We have two pressurization controllers, and it sequences between pressurization controller 1 and 2 each sector automatically. You can choose 1 or 2 by going auto or alternate. So all you're doing is selecting which pressurization controller computer you want to do, and what that'll do, it'll automatically control the outflow valve. Now, these gauges, what do they show you? The big needle, which is the important one, is your differential pressure between outside and inside. So it's exactly where it is. It should be. It's around 8.5. 9.1 is the maximum differential pressure. If you exceed this, there are outflow or pressurization safety relief valves, both for negative and positive pressure, so they will ensure that the pressurization doesn't go over limits. It's controlled by modulating the outflow valve. This is your cabin rate of climb, so obviously the cabin altitude is the smaller needle here. This is 7,000 feet. So cabin 7,000 and it's level. Now we can, in the event of problems with both pressurization controllers, or if we lose AC power, we can actually control the pressurization manually by moving it to manual. And we then move the outflow valve, that door I showed you outside, manually. This uses a DC motor to control, but it's very sensitive. In the real aircraft, I've never had to do this in real life, but we can do. If you open the outflow valve, the cabin altitude will increase, the differential pressure will decrease as well. So I'll give it a little flick to open. There we are. So we've actually slightly opened the outflow valve. See how the cabin altitude is now climbing? Now in reality, if I held it down for that long, it would actually be increasing a lot quicker. But if I hold it down like that, yeah, you'd notice a big pressure spike. That it's changing a little bit slower than it would do. Now, just to demonstrate it, look, I'll open it a little bit too much. So look at the cabin rate of climb now. It's now 1,000 feet per minute. You see the differential pressure dropping, and the cabin altitude is climbing. If it gets up to 10,000 feet, the cabin altitude warning horn will sound. So if I open it to halfway, you know, you'd be stupid to do this in real life. Your ears would really be popping now. Okay, with cabins only climbing at 2,000 feet per minute. If we go outside, you should see. There you go. See how the outflow valve's now open? There we are. So let's go back to automatic. It's now going to close the outflow valve because it's going, oh no! Why is the cabin altitude so high? It's going to fully close it. The cabin rate of climb is now going to start decreasing. Diff pressure will increase, and that's with the cabin altitude as well. And if you go back outside, you can see, look, the little door is now closed again. So there we are. That's my, you know, in a nutshell, how the pressurization system works, Eddie. There you are. Paul, are you out of Captain Morgan again? I do have some Captain Morgan. Have I got? Do I need to go out again today? I'm very tempted to have a little bit of rum. My standby doesn't start till 4 tomorrow, 10. I could have a little slurp, but now I'm alright. Generally, if I'm flying the next day or on standby the next day, I won't even touch booze. Andy, that was fun. Left high and fast. Had to dive at 3,500 feet per minute to catch the glide slope and use the gears. Speed brake only went flipping button it though. That's what you all could say, Andy. I don't believe you. No, it sounds like you did a good job, buddy. Thanks for taking part again. John, do a V1 and drink before the stream. Yeah, he has a little. I would do, John, but I am flying tomorrow. I tell you what, I promise. Next time I stream, well, actually, it might be tomorrow with the sim race. I'll have a tipple. 0321 sure, pretty cool. It's all modelled correctly. Yep, working. The only difference was there the amount of time I held the pressurization. Open the outflow valve there. In real life, it's a lot quicker. So in real life, if I was just to flick it open for like that amount of time, it'd be doing 1,000 feet per minute already. It's very sensitive in reality, and you'd feel it in your ears. Well, certainly from the level D sim, that's what you see anyway. Mason, have you been called off standby just before it finishes? Very rarely. I could think in the last 10 years maybe one time, and that's usually when they're really stuck. So I'm on an early standby tomorrow, so that sort of covers the first wave departures. Once all the first wave departures are out, it's usually very unlikely UK get called, but there might be disruption on the late departure. But if they call someone off an early standby to operate a later flight, that means they lose the cover for that person the next day because they'll be out of hours. So they're more likely to call someone on a late standby to cover a late shift. So yeah, usually if you survive first wave, it's not impossible, but you could get called. You could get called in to do other duties. You might have to get a taxi to operate from another base. I mean, you know, we have a few UK bases which we could find soon. It's happened a few times to me this summer, 3 or 4 times. We have several sim training centres. I've been to all of them this summer as well, including a taxi for 2 hours. So yeah, you know, they can call you for whatever reason. Usually, as a general rule, if there's more disruptions such as weather, such as fog, widespread fog, you're more likely to get called on weather, or it could be anything, slots. Winter, less likely to be called. Summer, sometimes it could be 50-50. Anyway, where are we? Approaching Algox. You can see, look, we've got that difference of about 100 kilos. So in reality, I'd probably leave it, but if you want, I'll demonstrate how to balance the fuel in the 737. You can do it by memory. There is a checklist to do it, but this is what you do. You firstly open the cross-sleeve valve. When you do this, very important to watch the light, make sure it does everything correctly. So open it, it's got to go bright, which shows you the valve is in transit, then dim means the valve is open. So we're now in position to transfer fuel. Easy thing to remember, low side pumps off. So whichever tank has the least amount of fuel, so in this case the left tank, 2880, we turn the low side pumps off. So master caution, fuel low pressure on the tank 1 pumps, and what's happening now is both engine number 1 and number 2 is using fuel only from the right tank, so we're no longer burning fuel from the left tank. Both engine number 1 and 2 is using fuel from tank number 2, and that number will decrease, and when it reaches 2890 or 29, we put all the pumps back on and close the outflow valve. And it's important, there's no ECAM on here, you put like something to remind you. So some people put a checklist in between the thrust levers, some people write in, well, you know, this is what I do, I'll literally write in the FMC scratch pad fuel, and that will remind me that I've got the fuel pumps configured to non-standard. Eddie, thanks for the explanation, appreciate it. Had an altitude warning horn on the sector, didn't know how to interpret it. That's not good. So yeah, if you get that, that means the cabin altitude's above 10,000 feet, and that requires an emergency descent to 10,000 feet or the MSA, whichever's higher. Rob, you went round, you had 4 tons of extra fuel. Wow, what aircraft did you take, Rob? That's a lot if it's a 73 or an A320. Tower at Rio had me at 7,000 feet and 10 miles out, wanted to hit the glide slope. That's impressive if you mention that. John, would it happily drain the 1 tank without telling you? Oh yeah, absolutely, John. If I forgot about this, oh yeah, it would just keep using fuel from the right tank until I reconfigured it. It's an old aeroplane, simple. So you've got to keep an eye on it. If I was to leave it here, it would all of a sudden, if we fell asleep 2 hours later, look here, we'd have 2880 still in the left tank, and then whatever's left in the right tank, 2.5 tons. Well, you'd be on fumes. Mason, I remember you said you took 3 tons of weather recently. I did. Well, I can't remember what exactly it was, but flying into the UK, literally the whole of the UK was fogged out everywhere. My home base, Cat 3, all the commercial alternates, which we would go to divert to if we were having to divert from our destination, were Cat 3 as well. They were all like 300 or 400 metres visibility. All of the other airports in the UK were below sort of Cat 1 RVR requirements, like 400 metres. So I had alternates in Ireland, Northern France and Schiphol were my alternates. So what we have to do in that situation when there's widespread disruption, I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of people are under the impression that certain airlines are a bit strict with how much extra fuel we can take. I mean, I'm not going to swear, it's absolute crap. We can take as much fuel as we want, and I have never had anyone come up to me and say, why have you taken extra fuel? Never. Never happened to me at all, and I've never known anyone who that has happened to either. Now, obviously every day if I'm taking 3 tons extra, I'm going to probably raise questions. Why are you taking 3 tons extra when it's cav okay? You don't need it. But yeah, I took 3 tons. I had fuel to get to my furthest alternate, which was Schiphol, to divert from the UK to Schiphol, and on top of that I had an hour and a half's worth of fuel, and it came to no, it was an hour's worth of fuel. So I had an hour's worth of fuel to hold, and also then to be able to divert to Schiphol. So that equated to 3 tons extra. So it does happen. That was the most I've ever had to take, but that's the worst disruption I've ever seen ever. Typically extra fuel, if there's thunderstorms at your destination, I'll take 30 minutes. If there's en route weather, 15 minutes. If there's low visibility, 30 minutes, and make sure you have fuel for your furthest alternate. But that I took an hour in that situation. But yeah, rest assured, guys, this public perception that certain airlines have pilots take as little fuel as possible is absolute rubbish. Firstly, they wouldn't get away with it. B, it's just unsafe, and it's just not the way it is. Yeah, so I'll take whatever fuel I need. Dave, thought you've got to go already. Enjoy the flight so far. Have a nice weekend. Thank you very much for coming in, Dave. And if we don't see you before February, have a great 25th birthday. Thanks, bud. ADS Legends, 7 months as a member. Just spotted runway 15 instead of 10 from Rio. Finally on my way. See you at Brasilia. The ADS Legends, hats off to you. Not only did you spectacularly crash on that bridge ahead of me, you have reloaded your entire sim, and you're now taking part in the group flight. That's really admirable, sir. Well done. That's very admirable. Mason, a plane landing with 2 little fuel, likely end up on Aviation Herald, or everything ends up there. Oh, guys, did you see what I shared in Aviation Chat this morning? Mike and Matthew, I think, were talking about the Qatar and Airbus have had a huge spat, a huge fallout, and they've cancelled all their Airbus A321 orders, and there's been issues with the A350 paintwork. But I actually thought, oh, that was, you know, good for Airbus for actually, you know, standing up to big airlines. But actually, I had a look at the damage of this aircraft. The paintwork, it's awful on this A350. And it's to do with apparently the first A350s, they were using the wrong type of paint, and it's all basically peeled off. It looks awful. But I don't exactly know what's going on there. Apparently Qatar are trying to sue Airbus for loss of income because all these Airbus A350s have been sat on the ground waiting to be repainted. Airbus apparently offered to repaint them for free, but apparently Qatar got greedy. I don't know. I mean, I'm only speculating and observing, and I actually saw the damage these aircraft had from the paintwork, and these aircraft were not even 4 or 5 years old. It looked awful, really bad. But yeah, if you look in the aviation news section, I shared Qatar's video. It's an unlisted video. It's had almost 80,000 views or something. So it wasn't just one A350, it was a couple at least. Yeah, I heard, but the video was, I was like, whoa, the damage was really bad. Really bad. 160 miles from top of descent. The stapler cam. Yeah, a bit unfair on Qatar by cancelling A321 orders when they had to incur the cost of the grounding A350. Sorry, yeah, it was Airbus that cancelled the order, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't think they'll be ordering many more Airbuses, that's for sure. There we are, that's us halfway. J-Dog just parked up disconnected. Many thanks to organising the flight, captain. Great work from their VATSIM controllers. Yeah, they got there in the end. And I'll make a post of them and I'll share it with you in Discord. It's just going to be very, very positive. Explain, you know, the issues we had with delays and stuff. I don't want those controllers to feel disheartened because they said prior to that they were quite nervous. I said, oh, relax. And they're obviously going to feel a bit frustrated with what happened. I must implore, please don't get angry. Someone said at the start there they were getting angry. I said, don't get angry, guys. You know, if you're getting angry, it's not the right attitude to have, especially in aviation. It's not a good trait. You know, we talk about CRM and what makes a good captain and important traits to have, and anger is not anything you want to ever see in a flight. I know this is a virtual world, but it's nothing not nice to show any anger towards anyone if you get frustrated. But yeah, just be patient. We obviously we're testing our patience today, but for me, we just had a good time and chilled out, and they'll learn from the experience, and we've learned too. Absolutely bounce. Are we expecting the Lovler 1 Alpha 11 right? That's what I'm planning for, 2 tons. I think it'll be the easterly runway. As we're coming in from the south, 11 right is the first runway we get to. So I'm going Lovler 1 Alpha with the Lovler transition onto 11 right, which has a very low mandatory altitude. It keeps you like really below on the glide slope. I remember testing yesterday. There we are, look at that, Wolfo. As I say, as we fly right over this big cloud. John, I actually enjoyed it. It was so busy. Added a bit to the immersion for me. Having said that, I was lucky enough to get away in a timely fashion, so I understand people have been waiting for ages. Absolutely. Tower controller at Brasilia was really struggling. Poor chap. I just let him go at his own speed. No point getting annoyed. We do this for fun. Here. Absolutely. It's fair to say, I think what we could say is VATSIM Brazil truly got alpaca-lipsed. That's what happened today. Beautiful. Berlin flights, I really feel for the controllers. I'll be in a similar situation during my VATSIM tower exam soon, having to hear a bunch of planes without any assistance. Yeah, absolutely. I felt, you know, when we did our flight on Tuesday last week, I felt a bit guilty because I said, oh, do you mind if we go to Berlin? And you already said you were nervous. So I will make sure we stay far away on your exam. We need an alpaca lips emoji, we do. Lee, I got the Lovely 1 Alpha. Let's do 1 right. Some were getting 1 left. Yeah, it's very simple. It's still the same star, isn't it? Lovely 1 Alpha. It's just the other transition, which takes you to the north of Brasilia to land. There's 2 Alpha Mike ahead of us. Oh, they're all filling up my VATSIM, all the VATSIM traffic anyway. Alpaca 2 Alpha Mike 317, goal 2036, and Alpaca 782 ahead. 321 shorter, also bear in mind controllers are volunteers, absolutely, who are dedicating their spare time to give us a realistic experience. Just have patience and it'll be alright, absolutely. You guys have all hit it on the head. It was a shame to hear some people saying they're getting angry and stuff, but even it all on their heads. They're taking their spare time. I mean, they take, you know, VATSIM control is a hobby, like flight sim's a hobby, but at the end of the day, they have given up their day, their afternoon, to give our group flights ATC. That's what you can never. That's what you must never forget. I'm very grateful for it. I enjoyed it. We were just chilling out here last on the ground, you know, having a good old chat. It's great. Berlin flight, the Alpacas in Berlin were great actually. So much traffic on the north runway made the job much easier because normally everyone goes out via the southern one. It's like real life their Berlin flight. I can relate to that. Yeah. I've not been to Berlin for ages, but I've been there since it's reopened. Well, anyway, it's always been open, sorry, it became Brandenburg. But I landed on the other runway, the northerly runway, years ago. So, you know, for those who don't know, Berlin-Brandenburg, what Schönenfeld basically extended. They had a whole new terminal, whole new runway, and it was a bit of a mess in Germany. It took years of delays, overfunding, then no funding, it was laying deserted for years. But I remember landing on the northerly runway about 3 or 4 years ago, way before it opened. Last year, and it was really showing you had to taxi all the way to the old airport, and it took like 15 minutes, but it was really cool because the runway was brand new. It had like no tyre skid marks on it. It was like, ooh, it was really smooth. You know, certain runways in Europe, some of them are really rough. Like, I won't mention all the runways, it's given away by operator, but Faro runway, rough as anything. Corfu, the runway in Corfu, oh my goodness me, it's like landing on a teenager's back. it's just really rough and bumpy, and it sounds like they're shredding the tyres. Yeah, some of the airport's runway conditions they differ hugely, which you don't really feel in a desktop simulator. Each runway has its own little unique feel. Some airports have got a groove runway, you get like this sort of high pitched tone. It's like when you're taking off. Oh dear, Wojciech, you've had ADC issues, pressurization issues. Now you can't configure approach speeds. Nightmare flight. That's in the Challenger 650. Yeah, yes, Mo. Oh, I forgot. Narita. Beautiful runway, Narita. Unbelievable. Yeah, Rob. Absolutely, the language difference. I think it's a big struggle. I think for these controllers, some people even mentioned it in preparation for this group flight there on VATSIM, and they're constantly, obviously, speaking Brazilian. Portuguese to the Brazilian colleagues. Yeah, John, exactly. Completed that. Oh no, look, fuel. Look what's happened. Oh no. Now that is why you gotta keep an eye on the ball, guys. We've been chatting. Berlin flight. Whoopsie. That's why there's two of us. That's why he wasn't getting distracted. Oh my goodness, that's really embarrassing. Yeah, it's quite common on sim checks. Because when you have an engine failure, crossing valve's still closed, and obviously one engine's only feeding from its respective tank, so you always have a fuel imbalance with an engine failure after takeoff, and then you have to balance the fuel. It is easy to get distracted by completing the non-normal checklist, single engine. And forgetting to balance the fuel, so it's key that you keep it on there. Berlin flight acted as my virtual first officer there. Lauren Alpaca 01 next sector. Good one. Unbelievable. Yeah, exactly, Luca. 1 guilty captain, 54 guilty first officers. That's what I like to hear. Love it. That's funny. Anyway, let's get set up for this approach. Is that a controller or one of you taking the mic? No, it's centre. What's some ATC?
We are inbound Rove, flight level 380.
Taka 307, flight level 380, that's correct, small ident. Expect Cockpit 1 Alpha arrival, runway 11 right, ILS Yankee. Correct, ILS Zulu.
I was going to say.
And Alpaca 317, is it possible to get ILS 11 Yankee on the assigned approach for Alpaca 317?
Give me a second, just confirm.
What's the difference between Yankee and Zulu?
Someone Alpha arrival, Alpaca 317?
I don't know why he's requesting it. So this is the one they're giving us, ILS Zulu, which is via Loveland. What's the difference between Yankee? Why do you want Yankee, Alpaca? It's exactly the same, it's just the missed approach. So the only difference between the Zulu and Yankee is the missed approach. Loveland, 077 Nimto. Loveland. Okay, it goes via Modovo, so Yankee's a little bit shorter to be fair. And it doesn't have that mandatory altitude. So I can see why you want to request Yankee.
2 off mic, hello. Radar contact flight level 330 by 4, you're right.
Stand by whoever that was, I'll just get the arrival selected. So arrival was the Level 1 Alpha.
Azores confirm you are to standing by. Taka 317, expect Cockpit 1 Alpha arrival, runway 11 sorry, level 1 Alpha arrival, runway 11 right.
So yeah, you got this mandatory 5,500. It actually leaves you very low on the approach because the elevation here is 3,400. So this sticks you at 2,000 feet, and you're like 16 miles out at 2,000 feet AGL. So that actually leaves you really low on the approach. Oh, the runway's different too. Is the other runway a different approach? I might request one there, left. We'll see. Lauren, thanks for 8 bubs. Seems you and Jim hit Copacablanca hard last night. Coca, yeah. The strip there. How many completions was that? Lots. Thanks for your support, Lauren.
Correct, sir. Running 1 left.
Oh, was it a different runway? Was I selecting? Fair enough. So there's got you. Got you. That's why, yeah, Island Yankees 1-1 left. I understand the request now. I thought there was Yankee 1-1 right. Understood. So 1-1 left is just takes you past the extended centre line. Fair enough.
Alpaca 317 requesting.
I'll just do my way. See what's. Anyway.
Circuit 217, descent flight level 240.
Oh, I've never checked in yet. I need to check in still. I'm too busy chatting.
Flight level 250.
Descent 250.
I'm all over the place though.
Circuit 782, descent flight, sorry.
I have to get rid of my fuel provider. Not that it does much. Radar, very good afternoon. Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. We're maintaining flight level 380 to Prov. I don't know.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. Good, very good afternoon, sir. Radar contact flight level 380. Expect Cockpit 1 Alpha arrival. Runway 11 right.
Expecting Lolva 1 Alpha for 11 right. Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo.
That's correct.
Excellent.
Bolt no 074 Brasília. Cogno no Alfa pista 11 da esquerda.
So. Cocablanca, yeah, blah blah blah. 250 100 310.
Web 9107.
200s. 100s. 09832. 200 09817. 100 1227.
Não vou conseguir aprovar seu plano de voo agora, então.
Anyways, Q&H in Brasilia.
Reporte cruzando nível de voo 200, por favor.
Let's get an update on the weather. There's 1017 showers in the vicinity, a few towering cumulus as well. We've got forecast thunderstorms. Fixed wings, runway 11 right. /10 /4 38,000 feet /114. There we are. The arrival then, so already on the arrival, routing Rainer to Prove to Multi 200 below. Nedes from Multi. Nedes, Mopta. Make a left turn 046, 100 above 220 knots. Now I think this restriction here leaves us a little bit high. Yeah, 9.3, so we're going to get steep descent after Bravo 046, exactly what you'd expect. So that'll leave you high, and then VNAV will put you high once you pass that midpoint. Loveless 6,000 feet or above, max 190. So we're going to have to put 190 or below here. Start configuring flaps early. So that's the arrival. Steep descent we know about. Lost comms. Lolva minimum altitude maybe 7,000 according to the approach in use. So we're already expecting one right, so 6,000 feet above. I think it's 7,000 above maybe for the other runway.
Alpaca 317, descent flight level
So then, from Lovelet, 6,000 above checks, we then have mandatory 5,500. So, this mandatory altitude needs is really low. It's only 2,000 feet AGL. I wonder in real life how often they actually regard this. It could be for airspace, but that actually leaves you very, very low on the approach. But we'll accept that. That's going to leave us at 2,000 feet, but it does say 5,500 mandatory. Then we have Nimto. We're already at 5,500, so that's fine. And it says mandatory there. Then we're down to 5,140. Then on to the ILS. MSA TAA 25 miles. What does that mean? I've never seen that. Got MSA here though, I think. Like 7,000 feet in that sector, 6,000 in that sector. On to the ILS. Platform as I mentioned, 5,140. 5,140 down to the minimums for ILS. 250 HL 3748. Very high elevation here.
Alpaca 2, Alpha Mike, we're ready to descend to flight level 270.
Hold that down for a while.
I'm ready to descend to 270.
Oh, look at that, nearly stops it. Oh, it was nearly perfection. 8 feet off. 3748, RPR 250. If I have to go around, big toga, go around flat 15, go around thrusts, raise the gear for a positive rate of climb, 400 feet to LNAV, climb to 6,000 feet. Maintaining heading 108 up to 4,500 feet. Now once we're at 4,500 feet, right turn to Mopta to hold 4,500 feet, Mopta to hold 6,000 in the box. Got Pappies, approach lights. That's it.
Alpaca 428, expect new Cockpit 1 Alpha arrival, runway 17, correction, runway 11 right.
Expect Cogno 1 Alpha arrival, runway 11 right, Alpaca 48.
No, I'm going to 2530, 2510. I nearly forgot the fuel again. There we are, perfect. And close the crossfeed. Right. I remembered. Yay. Let's get set to nice and we'll do the landing performance. I'll let him do his Portuguese speak first. The Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, request descent.
25 Bravo Romeo, descent flight level 250.
Descent flight level 250, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. 250 level change, which is a little bit high on profile. So, landing on 11 right, we've got 3,300 metres, Echo really, that's where we want to be planning to vacate at. Top of descent, ladies and gentlemen, in chat. Fuel, we're going to burn 400 kilos, landing weight's going to be 58.7.
Brasilia, o voo de 154, nivelou 340.
Voo de 154, tempo Brasília, ciente, mantém sua navegação. E confirmação de pista em os Guarulhos.
Vai manter a navegação e confirmação da pista para Guarulhos.
So, 0707 is a wet runway. Temperature is 29 degrees. 017, 30 and 58.7 for the landing weights. There we are, all the information's in, flat 30 reverses, there we are, flat 30 order brake 3, it's about 2/3 of the way down, we'll go with that, second intent reverse. And taxi, we will vacate at Echo, grab the parking stands. Where are you? There we are, we'll grab one of the stands in the middle of the terminal. Excellent. Descent checklist, please.
Descent checklist. Pressurization.
Let's land out at 3,500 feet.
Set.
There we are.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Approach briefing and fuel.
That's fine. We've got arriving. We need 2.3 to divert. We're arriving 4.7. That's loads, at least an hour. So that's
discussed.
IAS and altitude bugs.
We've got VREF minimum security checked and set.
Checked and set.
Descent checklist completed.
Perfect, so I'm descending in level change. Maintaining a fixed Mach number. That'll increase our indicated airspeed, and we'll do that until we're back on profile, then we'll go back to VNAV. So a bit of weather ahead, but nothing on the weather radar, just visually. We're not on any speed at the moment, so we'll just keep going down. Beautiful. Sim, I've got the sim looking absolutely beautiful at the moment. I'm so happy with how the sim is, the performance of the PC. Just don't want to overload it with lots of plugins or rubbish. Oh, Bangkok was already 25 degrees.
Alpaca 2, Alpha Mike, call now Brasilia approach, 119 at this point.
So far, so good. No delays or holds, and the once we got airborne, it's been very, very smooth. John, have we sorted the fuel crossfeed now? Yes. 20 kilos difference, look. Now back on profiles, we go back to VNAV, it'll say drag required, it should be saying drag required, it's not, because we're a little bit high on speed, but that speed will come back with the parasitic drag.
Confirma nível final que solicita o gol 192.
Confirmado. Oh, I should better close my thrust levers.
Ciente, prepara sua chegada cognito no alfa para a pista 1 da esquerda.
Edo just parred, man, that was hard. Well done sticking with it. We've been streaming for almost 3 hours ourselves. It was tough, but yeah, well done for all of you that kept with it. So some big delays there on the ground. I want to go.
1,000 to go.
Some weather's just popped up on my weather radar to the left. It's just not. In desktop simulators, the way weather's depicted and then displayed in the sim isn't that realistic.
So
if I was getting returns like that, you'd have great black massive CBs over there. There's just nothing. Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, request further descent.
25 Bravo Romeo for further descent, contact Brasilia approach
119 decimal 2 Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. Boa tarde.
Boa tarde.
Over to approach. So I brought the speed back myself, we're not under speed control, that's because we're getting high on profile and I can trade that for speed when we get further descents.
Alpaca 67 Bravo, taxi via Lima 4 Kilo Hotel Alpha.
Approach is doing everything as well, because I was getting taxi instructions. So I think for the amount of controllers that they had actually take part in this event, they've done a really good job.
Alpha 2034, posicionamento autorizado, código esquerdo, reporta para o táxi.
So I'm going to struggle to make this restriction. There's nothing I can do about it, it's impossible. So you tell ATC unable, 9200 and below is impossible.
Break, Gol 2036, desce para 7.000 pés,
ADS, any holds? No, so at the moment.
Desce 7.000, 1097, aguarda em LS Yankee da 11 esquerda, Gol 2036.
Alpaca 317, descent to 7,000 feet, QNH 1017.
7,000 feet, 1017, Alpaca 317.
It's very busy. Well, I'm just going to disregard that restriction, because we're not going to make it.
G1074, controle Brasília, desce, mantém 150.
I'll try and check it. Brasilia approach, Boatard, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, flight level 250, inbound to Nedes on the Norval 1 Alpha.
Alpaca 27 Bravo Romeo, descent to flight level 100, correction, expect ILS runway 11 right.
Descending flight level 100, expecting ILS 11 right, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. I know he said 27 Bravo Romeo, but in reality I would 100% check with that. We'll just, I know he meant me. Right, there we are. Oh, look at that, perfect timing, back on VNAV.
150, aguarde LS 110. Alpaca 036, autorizado TLS 11 da esquerda, reporte estabilizado.
2036, autorizado ILS, reportando estabilizado.
Alpaca 2 Alpha Mike, descend to standby. Alpaca 1202, runway 11 left, wind 090 at 9.
Very good ATC actually, prioritise getting the landing clearance or takeoff clearance.
Takeoff on 1 left,
Sounds like someone doing the return sector.
Approach Alpaca 29er, hotel, fully established, ILS 11 left.
Oh no, ADS Legends. Oh,
Alpaca 29er hotel, continue approach.
We've had a nightmare.
Traffic on runway.
You just crashed into an arrow with senior or something. Just going to call it a day. It wasn't happening for you. Oh man, you've really done a valiant.
X-ray, taxi via hotel, Lima 2 position at your discretion.
You've had a valiant effort today, ADS Legends, because you were obviously very delayed, like all of us. Then you had the bridge issue, crashed,
Alpaca 492 X-ray,
and then you reloaded the entire flight, and you attempted it again.
492 X-ray, taxi via
Luca,
hotel,
you mentioned
Lima
you're on standby at 4 AM tomorrow. Does that mean you are required to be awake then, or can you sleep it in and just catch the call alarm? You can sleep it in. Just make sure your phone is on loud. So I have. So yeah, we don't have to be awake, but I have my phone on. It's on silent mode, sleep mode, but crewing number. The crewing number is loud, or anything from the crewing company. So I have the number coder. So yeah, I have my phone silenced, but for calls, actually, yeah, so all calls now, because no one ever calls at that night unless it's a problem or emergency or work. So my phone is silenced apart from calls. On loud.
Alpaca 29 hotel, clear to land, runway 11 left, wind 090 at 7, QNH 1017.
Actually got COVID as well, ADS Legends. Oh my, you had a right mare this weekend, but seeing it was your first venture onto the network, yeah, as Ben Matthews just alluded to, you did a great job.
Runway 11 right, wind 090
Are we doing the return for a double crossfire? Well, I'm not today, unfortunately. Those will come across as like special events. Commanding 240 knots now, 220 at 046. That's a while away. Let's keep an eye on speed, it's a little bit high.
Cleared ILS, runway 11 right, report established.
That's not so much a Zebo mod issue, it's just the VNAV profile, the speed spread off.
Brasilia, boa tarde, Papa Tango, Quebec, Uniforme Echo.
Quebec, Uniforme Echo, aguarde.
Mason, won't you use order break 1?
Very long runway. 11 right, report established.
Cleared 11 right, report well established, Alpaca.
Oh no, Luca, yeah, home standby, yeah, just, you can do what you want, really. Just got to be in a position where if they call you, you have to be within the airport within 1 hour if required. Usually you get loads of notice, so if they needed me tomorrow, they call me tonight to tell me, to give me notice.
5 Bravo Romeo, descend 7,000 feet, QNH 1017.
Descend 7,000 feet to QNH 1017, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. 7,000, 1017 is set. 17,000 to 7,000 feet. And the standby altimeter is also set. On the price side, I feel great.
67 Bravo, line up and wait, 1 left.
Very good. She's a bit of speed brake to bring that speed back because it's soon going to be at the decel point for 220 knots.
And Alpaca 317, that's on the localizer runway 11 right.
Speed brake on the yoke, I forgot about that.
Alpaca 317, continue approach, or number 2, QNH 1017.
Number 2, QNH 1017, Alpaca 317.
Now overhead to mod per, and that's the missed approach point. If we have to go around, we have to hold there at 6,000 feet. You can see why you don't want to go higher because there's arrivals coming in. You can actually see the missed approach hold appearing as a blue dash line Super mod is mega. Shows you all that. Ben, do you stay in bed when you're awake at 4? Do you get up and just get on with your day? So no, I don't get up at 4 on early standby. But I do sort of adjust my body clock, so I won't stay in bed tomorrow until after 7, because the reason is I'm on a block of early standby, so if I start getting up at 8, 9, 10... which I would do if I was on late. If I'm on late, you know, we don't finish work until midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to get up at 7, because if I get called then, I'm going to be quite tired. But yeah, I adjust my sleeping pattern to sort of accommodate for what flights
Alpaca 428 is
I'm doing.
Flight level 250
Or standbys.
Alpaca 428, descent to flight level 150.
Right, it's 15 degrees. Don't forget Brazil's summer here. 13,000 feet. Look, it's very warm. So don't need engine anti-ice.
Alpaca 67 Bravo, runway 1 left, wind 090 at 9, clear for takeoff.
And this approach controller is doing actually a really, really good job. He's getting everyone landing, takeoff, taxi. He sounds like he knows what he's doing. Right, back on profile, so slowly stow the speed brake. Ah yeah, so unfortunately you can see, look, there's stock explain, there's Ortho. To make sure that the AX Scenery Airport worked, I couldn't use the Ortho tile because there was an issue with bridges, so I'm just using the stock mesh. Doesn't actually look that bad, default explain level. Let's see what it looked like around here.
Estabilizado, Gol 2036.
2036, mantém a aproximação, brake, Alpaca 317, runway 1 right, QNH 1017, wind 090 at 7, clear to land.
Yeah, this approach control is on the ball, he's really good.
It's copy, 1 on right, clear to land, Alpaca 317.
Alpaca 2 Alpha Mike, cleared ILS, runway 1 on left, report established.
Cleared ILS 11 left, report established, Alpaca 72, runway vacated by Echo.
So actually a point just worthwhile mentioning, don't forget the elevation here is 3,500 feet, so we're actually only 6,000 feet above the ground here, so we should probably do the post-cruise checks now. So fuel 4 pumps, lights are on, we're going to bang 25 degrees, we've got 4.8 tons on board. That's set, be cool. And there we are, checks complete, drag required now. Okay. So 220 knots at that point, yeah. So the speed should... Yeah, there's a decel point coming up, so at the decel it should start going back to 220. Dono Mosina finally landed, I heard you. John, do you get paid for being on standby? So we get... how it works with my operator, John, we get a salary. So I'm on a salary, and that sort of caters for standby, so not paid on standby. You don't get a standby payment, your salary covers it. And then we get paid a sector called sector pay, so each hour we fly we get paid a sector amount as well.
Alpaca 2 Alpha Mike, are you able to alternate to runway 1 right?
Oh, he's committed. But yeah, he's doing the right thing. If he's not happy to do it, you say no.
No problem. 2 Alpha Mike, left 360, report established on the ILS.
Yeah, we're established on the ILS now.
They want you to do an orbit, buddy. For spacing, you're too close, I can see it.
Alpha Mike, there's traffic at 3 miles ahead of you. You are number 2 on the approach. At left 360, you can, it will help you slow down and give some separation from traffic.
And that was left 360, Alpaca.
That's it. Yeah, because the spacing's not good, so he wants him to either switch runway or do an orbit. Actually, at my operator, it's prohibited to do orbits within 10 miles, so we'd actually have to refuse that and do a missed approach.
No, left 360. Just do a full turn left and go back to your current heading.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So left 360, I think that was
Alpaca 317 vacated runway.
Wait, hold on. Zebo. Max 220, what happened? Zebo. Well, the speed window's open, that's why. But that's what, did I leave it open?
Kilo Lima 5, on discretion.
Yeah, that's my bad. Speed limit was open, but I can't remember opening it. And he should have probably had some more track miles, but they were overloaded. But I didn't capture the glide slope from above until 5 miles. Threw the gear out early to slow me down. 5. Well, my operating VMC 4 miles is the latest point. 5 miles in IMC. So you've been okay.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, cleared ILS runway 11 right, report established.
Cleared ILS 11 right, will go Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. So we cleared approach, max 190, 6,000 feet above, and we can now descend to 6,000 feet. So once we cleared approach, unless ATC specifically says no, you are cleared to descend with the procedure. And we've got to be 190 knots, use again the speed brake. Remember, this leaves you really low, this approach, really low. It's 5,500 feet mandatory here. It's going to put us way below the glide slope, but that's just what the arrival says. So there we are, decal's working, so let's bring the speed back to 190. We'll do the approach checklist now. 1099, 1099, idents India Delta Foxtrot. India Delta Foxtrot checks on VATSIM. Fixings in for the correct runway, on the right 10-4. Courses are set. I'll take the approach checklist, please.
Approach checklist. Altimeter and instruments.
Set and cross-checked.
Approach aids.
Checked and set.
Approach checklist completed.
Excellent. Within 1 mile now, we can descend to 5,500. We're going to select flap 1. Speed window's open. Now, flap 1 green lights, and mandatory 5,500 at Bravo Romeo 077. And we're going to make that restriction. Look how low it leaves you, look. We're only about 2,500 feet AGL here.
140 to intercept the ILS.
That actually looks like Ortho again. Oh yeah, I think I've crossed into the Ortho tunnel. Start. VNAV has worked very well. 5,500 mandatory at Bravo Romeo 077. And we're way below the glide slope. We're probably about 1,500 feet below the glide slope here.
Tango Lima, good evening, Brasilia approach, descend via the Cockney 1 Alpha arrival.
Was that Jack? No, it was a dog on, it wasn't Jack. That was someone else's dog.
Descend via the Cockney 1 Alpha arrival to 150, Alpaca 2, Tango Lima.
Controle Gol 2036, livrou alto esquerdo.
Right. I'm going to get everything configured for landing because I want to have fly this stuff, which is speed brake. Excellent. There we are. So mandatory 5,500 feet, NIMTO 5,500, so then we'll just wait to intercept the ILS. 2 Alpha Black's much higher than us, but this, as I said, it's just its arrival. The scenery looks epic.
Alpaca 428, descend to 7,000 feet, QNH 1016.
Descend 7,000 feet, QNH 1016, Alpaca 428.
Get my thrust matched up. Bit of yoke cam. There we are. Disconnecting. Auto throttle. And which one's autopilot? Autopilot's disconnected. And flaps to 5, match speed. There's the balloon, so you notice how I'm pitching down for that. We'll retrim. Localizer. See, localizer captured. Usually the real aircraft, as soon as you get localizer captured, the flight director's straight away commanding a turn. So it's a little bit delayed in the mod. Just leave the thrust where it is and let the speed bleed it back.
Alpaca 67 Bravo, contact Brasilia Center 134.0, bye-bye.
Very slow turn. Whoa, where are the flight directors? See, the flight directors are off.
Runway 1 left, wind.
Yeah, flight directors are way off. Why are they still commanding a left turn? Look, the localizer's over here. Very unusual. That's not seen that in the mod.
Alpaca 25 Bravo, runway 1 right, wind 100 at 8, QNH 106, clear to land.
Runway 11 right, cleared to land, Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo. There we are. Anyway, yeah, localizer. The flight directors were a little bit wonky there. Not sure what they were doing. Anyway, yeah. So flat 5, about 5 degrees attitude, 55%. That'll hold the flat 5 speed quite nicely. Glide slope's now alive. It's a bit early. Usually you'd wait for glide slope capture, but because I'm on my own, I'll do that now. 6,000 feet set. Looking good. Will, hello, hope you're doing well. Just in time, yes. How long have we been streaming for? 3 hours, crazy. Glide slope capture, missed approach altitude 6,000 feet set, and you can smoothly pitch down. And with flap 5, once you get descending, usually idle thrust, which I have it now all the way down at idle, will maintain the flap 5 speed quite nicely. If you've got a strong headwind or you're quite light, it might not be enough, you might have to add a bit of thrust, but you can see, look, holding the speed quite nicely, just a smidge of thrust needed, look, the speed's just slowly bleeding off. But usually go idle, quite nicely, especially if you're fast.
Perdão, Quebec Uniforme Echo tá bem cheio hoje. Eu tinha me chamado para um daypin.
Tranquilo, controle. Tô com um plano de voo aí pro Galeão, no 260.
That's checked.
Quebec Uniforme Echo, plano de voo recebido pronto.
Right. Hold on, what's... I've not checked the DME. Go down, flap. 15, now check this. Why is the DME off based on seconds? We'll get it done. That's about 4 miles. Thankfully the fix ring's 670, so start switch is continuous, recall unchecked. Oh no, we've got to do the checklist, haven't I? Flap 30. So long as we've got the landing checklist done by 500 feet, we're good.
Landing checklist. Start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Not again.
I did it!
Check.
Earlier.
Speed brake.
Armed green light.
Landing gear.
Down 3 greens.
Auto brake.
Auto brake 3 set.
Flaps.
Flaps 30 set. Green light.
Landing lights.
On.
Oh, the course
Landing
is
checklist completed.
Course is not. Did I not set the courses, guys? Oh, and our speed brake slightly extended as well. That's more that. Yeah, I forgot to set the courses. That might be why we had the wonky localizer. Jack, not a good time to come walking in here, buddy. Checked. Oh, a bit of a mess. Yeah, so the DME look isn't, it's based off something else, a different ident. That's really annoying. Nearly caught me out, that did. That's why we have the fix rings on the FD. Continue.
Roger, Brasilia approach, descent to flight level 150.
100.
Checked.
50. 40.
Check.
Perdão, demora. Tem condição de uma partida imediata?
Oh, a bit off the centre line there. Come on. Ah, we'll take that. Speed breaks up.
Got the back of the
nose wheel that reverses.
73%.
100 knots. Manual braking.
80 knots.
80 knots, checked. There's 60. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome first ever time Brasilia. We made it. No delays at the approach at all. The AC, this control's been excellent. Really good. And a nice butter as well. Yeah, that DME distance caught me out there. Hold on. The DME seems to be from the other end. 0.7. Look at that. That's interesting. I wonder if that's a bug. Surely we got. I think the DME might have been based off the other threshold. That's really weird. 0.6 look. Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo has vacated and Echo Echo. Stop X, I don't know if he wants us to go at Romeo. Robert was Kilo Lima 5. I'll do that. Thanks, Rob. I'll tell him I'm doing that. Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo vacated Echo Echo. I'm taxiing Kilo Lima 5. Many Portuguese people.
Alpaca 25 Bravo Romeo, continue taxi via Kilo Lima 6, position enter discretion.
Kilo Lima 6 and standard discretion Alpaca 25 Bravo. Thanks a lot for the ATC, really good. Bye bye.
Thank you, bye.
He was excellent. Excellent Kilo Lima 6 standard choice. That's what I like to hear.
8, cleared ILS, runway 11
I'll demonstrate
right.
some single engine taxi for you in a bit.
Cleared ILS, runway 11 right, report
talk about how it sort of works. We're light enough. Oh, that's a massive aircraft just taking off or landing there. Pretty good. What else am I going to do? Lights. Oh yeah, I didn't turn those on. Yeah, so I forgot to set the courses. Wow. That's probably why there. DME is really IDF, and it sure does look like it's aligned to the opposite threshold. Yeah, Lars, that nearly caught me out. Thankfully, it's the fixed rings, and that's one of the main reasons we use fixed rings to increase situational awareness. I looked at it, I heard the 1,000 on the radio outside, so I was like, uh-oh, we're quite close here. So yeah, I think the DME might be broken. It's very unusual to have a DME that's completely off or based off, looks like the original or different runway. So yeah, a single engine taxi, guys. We have to wait 3 minutes after landing for the engine to cool down.
Gol de 1074, 1 na esquerda, pouso autorizado, vento 100 graus, muito nosso.
There we are. Just turn ATC right down there. There's Lima 6. So what time did we touch down? About 2 minutes ago, I'd say. So when we pull into stand, we'll get the shutdown engine number 2. We'll just take Lima 6 and we'll just park to any convenient stand. There we go. So when we shut down the look, that's me again. That's muscle memory. I just didn't mean to do that. Shut down engine number 2. I'm looking for it here. There we are. So single taxi. Leave that at idle now, and just use single engine thrust. And you can actually notice this on days where there's not much wind, but if you have a lot of thrust on, say 38%, you'll feel the nose wanting to swing to the right. The key thing is here, try not to stop. If you stop, it can be quite difficult to move again. It needs to be flat or slightly downhill. If you're uphill, forget it. You'll never get going on a single engine. So the key thing is to keep the aircraft moving, keep the inertia. If you stop, you're really buggered, to put it lightly. So keep the aircraft moving. You can see here, look, with 38%, we're just holding 6 knots. So this makes me think it's slightly uphill this way. We generally start shutdown engine number 2 because the ground crew are on the right hand side as well. And we'll take stand 27 here. I'm actually slowing down at 5 knots. I might have actually overcooked this. No more than 40%. No more than 40%. Otherwise you're going to have to restart the engine. So we'll take stand 27. Just keep the aircraft moving. Don't let go of that thrust yet. A little bit of stutter there. Bit early turning. 3 knots. Oh. This is uphill here. So in this case, this is probably an airport where we're actually instructed not to shut down. If a lot of the stands are uphill, they'll say in the airfield briefing documentation, no single engine taxi. That's worked out nice. Oops, there we are. And my brakes here. Oh, coming in a bit hot now. 3, 2, 1. Stopped. There we are. Something like that. That works out nicely. Right, parking brake is set, and we've got 2 blues, 1 red. Engine dead. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We got here at the end to Brasilia. Oh my days, that was a long old flight. 3 hours, 23 minutes. We've had longer group flights. Hey, the Copenhagen one was over 4 hours, I think. There we are. Superb. Didn't do this either. Well, no air bridge. Oh yeah, I need to actually, no, I'll do it properly. Let's do that, because I think it just leaves the door open on the replay, but otherwise we're all good. Transit, we'll do a transit shutdown flow, so on, voice recorder on, AP's on the bus. Yeah, let's do the full checklist. Shutdown transit.
Shutdown checklist. Electrical.
Are you a real pilot?
Oh, I had updated it, Shorty, if you're still here, but APU's on the bus. I did update it to your latest version, so I don't know if that's...
GPU on the bus?
Yeah, it still was
Fasten
GPU.
belts.
Ah, this.
Oops. Not a good start.
Off.
Probe heat.
Off.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Voice recorder.
On.
Air conditioning
I'm
pack.
reaching for the mouse
Auto.
in real life, I know, Greg.
Engine bleeds.
On.
APU bleed.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Not again.
Oh dear. What do you want? Oh, his strobes. Yeah,
Check.
very good.
Start switches.
Off.
Auto brake.
Off.
Speed brake.
Down detent.
Flaps.
Cheers, Aaron, thank you.
Up. No lights.
Hello, yes, legends.
Parking brake.
Set.
No,
Start
Tidvu was...
levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar.
Off.
Yeah, look, off.
Transponder.
Standby 2000.
Standby.
CVR circuit breaker.
In.
Cockpit door.
Really? Unlocked.
Shutdown checklist completed.
Excellent. Yeah, no, Tidbit, the en route for us was excellent. Once we got airborne, no issues. And this approach controller was excellent. He was catering go-arounds, landings, orbits for people trying to create space, departures, clearances. This approach controller was on the ball. Now, we'll say at the end as well, you know, ATC has been, what's the word I could use here? You know, we've got to appreciate the ATC. Yes, we had a lot of delays there, and that poor controller, certainly in Rio, had so much to do, and he got back up in the end. There was a lot of delays as well, but, you know, was it an issue for me personally? No. We've all learned from the experience. It's a massively long time to get airborne, but hey, like I said right at the start several times, it could be like this in real life with this amount of traffic as well, so there we are. Thank you MGS19 months. Remember these checklists, amazing community work. Thanks Captain for creating environment, inspiring creators to do wonderful things. Thank you MGS1, you're most welcome. That's all thanks to Shorty. So don't forget you can completely download this for free. I've actually, Shorty let me put it in my Flight Data Sim Files channel if you want a quick link to get to that. And yeah, it certainly adds another level of immersion with ATC as well. And Yoke Cam, I can't get it much more realistic to be fair. Jataras, to be honest, it was a really fun experience. It was. I don't have any regrets at all. I've really enjoyed it, and I will be sending a nice letter to the ATC with some positive feedback, ways things I think it could be improved, and things that we could do ourselves to improve it as well. And I must stress, you know, I did enjoy seeing people get a bit frustrated. I saw some of the stuff going on in Unicom as well, guys saying like more like demanding their clearance. Yeah, like he's doing his absolute best, and if he's forgot the order, so be it. You know, he's not doing it on purpose. He's doing his absolute best there, so we must remember that. Awesome. We need to do a little giveaway, don't we? So let me bring up the giveaway website, the randomizer, the rigged randomizer. There we are. Oh, I've just popped off of VATSIM. I usually like to at least watch one landing, so I'll just log back in again. Let's do that. Let me just get Chrome set up here so you can see the giveaway. There we are. So you should be able to see now the list randomizer. There we go. So what I've got here is a list of everyone that took part in the group flight. I copied and pasted this just before the stream. There we are. So just to show you, it's not sus. This is the group flight as it is right now on Discord. So everyone off locks time, I just removed the free slots. We're all there. And don't forget, if you're the winner, just contact me via Discord with your selected prize choice, and I'll get you all sorted this evening. So the winner of the 25th members only group flight is Brandon M. Brandon M. I think you've been in and out the stream a few times, so congratulations to you. You are the winner of the 25th members only group flight. Let me know in Discord what you'd like. You can have, if you're from the UK, a gift card. If you got, well, obviously you've got a flight sim, you should take part of the group flight. If you wanted an airplane or a scenery, anything up to the value of 50 quid. If it's a bit more, don't worry about it, we'll get you sorted. Congratulations indeed to you. Sus, you've seen it. List randomizer, that's why I do it publicly in front of you so you can all see. But no, congratulations, Brandon M, to you. You are the winner this week of the giveaway. Now, actually, I've completely forgot. I actually have my new soundboard. I've not done any sounds from my soundboard today. It's a shame, but I've got these all for quizzes as well. I've got. I've been waiting all day to do that, but I completely forgot to do it. I'll try and remember to do it next stream. All sorts going on now. So yeah, that was it. 25th members only group flight is complete, and looking forward to organising the next one. I'll, as I mentioned, talk to VATSIM Brazil, say thank you. I'll copy and post the feedback I'll provide them, and provide them feedback as well. They'll want to know, want to have all the good feedback. Anything you feel they should improve as well, let them know. But again, I must stress, don't ever feel frustrated by it. If it's frustrating for you, just log off, and you could connect at another time perhaps at some point there. So yeah, there we are. I forgot to do that. I've got loads. I wanted to do this one right at the end.
Goodbye.
I've got this amazing soundboard here. Excellent. Right. Oh yeah, let's try and watch one member landing. I always like to do that. So Alpaca 428 has just pulled in on stand. Have we got anyone on final here? Oh no! Oh no, am I looking the wrong way? I'm trying to work out orientation-wise. No, I'm looking the right way. We've got a Q is just taken off. Yeah, oh dear. I don't think anyone's close to approaching final here. Oh, Alpaca 34 Delta, but he's a little bit far out, and I actually got an early standby and some stuff to plan before I go to bed tomorrow. I don't think I'll get any race practice in tonight. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the group flights, as ever, and thank you for taking part, all of you that did. Thank you, Alpaca 428, for parking next to me as well. I hope you had a safe flight as well. Excellent. Right, so I will now disconnect off the network. Again, apologies, but it's nearly been 3.5 hours streaming, so I was expecting maybe 2.5 max. Well, 3 hours and a push, but it's been a little longer. Anyway, there we go. Let's do that. We'll turn down the music here. Trying to be a pro streamer, transitioning smoothly to the funky replay music. Oh yeah, just can't get better. Right, let's put ourselves back on the approach. Now, yeah, that landing, yeah, it was okay. I forgot to set the course. And that's even on the approach checklist. When I did it, I checked the course, and I just kind of what we do, read and rhyme responses. Really unprofessional of me. Just turn this music down here slightly. Sorry. Very unprofessional of me. I should be checking that properly. And that's why again there's 2 of us, and I'm just getting tired, maxed out, a lot of delays and stuff. And going from there. No Captain Monster. I've got early standby tomorrow. I've got to get food sorted. This group flight obviously with the delays at the start ran slightly, but I will be in and around VC as usual most of the time, so do not worry about that. Let me put you here. The door's open because of the air bridge of the replay. Let's crank up the volume there for the first landing. Andy, pardon, did I say something? There we are. It's a little bit downhill. Look at that door open. Oh, it's actually super smooth. I'm finding it a little easier with the yoke to land than the joystick as well. Oops. Let's have a look from this perspective. Oh, couldn't hear me. Sorry, yeah, I got you. Oh, that was actually a really nice butter. The flaps moving, mega. Super. There's tower. It's annoying with the L1 door being open though. Of course, there's trees in the way from the touchdown. Alright, let's do it from here we go. Yeah, that was good. Maybe flared a little bit too high, but we touched down nicely. Beautiful. You still get FPS stuff from the tyre smoke. Anyway, let me pop you back in the wind view so you can enjoy that approach. I'll put you in that one there so you can... Actually, no, there's no warfare here. That one looks quite good. It's one nice dense forest, which is pretty cool. Guys, awesome. So, I hope you enjoyed the 25th Members Only Group Flight. First, thanks to VATSIM Brazil for providing ATC for our group flight. We got away in the end, and the ATC for the entire sector was en route was excellent. And I'm sure that guy on the ground in both airports, or both of the respective airports, if they had that extra assistance, it would have been a little smoother to get away. But at least we had ATC. That's the important thing. And I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. As obviously, as members, thank you so much as well for your continued support monthly. Really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying your time as a member and enjoying the additional perks you get. And I will continue doing members-only group flights for as long as I live and the channel keeps going. So 26th one we'll do in 4 to 5 weeks' time in February, and we'll get organising that in around a couple of 2 to 3 weeks' time as ever. Don't forget, plan tomorrow is still to do a race on in Assetto Corsa. I am planning on streaming that on the Flying Sim Gaming channel, so if you'd like to take part, don't forget to mention it in the Gaming Racing channel. I'll assign you a slot. We've got 11 books so far. The more the merrier in sim racing, and it's really good fun. And if you want to ever take part when doing issues, anything like that, just let us know in the Gaming Racing channel. Awesome stuff. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you all very soon.